This is Buadu TV, truth and integrity.
In the last 3 months, Obi or NDC more Oya galamsey we akwasia. Share the Ekufuado. Sana akwana no red dada de nyina yenim. Unim red.
TV suni yamamu nyina akaba emfambraso. Na yenche. The tell say Kevin Taylor kasa area fa free SHS. Ensesanya Mahama chese wode beba. Nanka wunyaya nke beye dwuma NDC fompo na yeka. Se womo a wombetimetua womo ma school fees no montua. Ose Otumfuo kra je Mahama free SHS no atum. Eti that means se betima ye dwuma mana boa. Otumfuo kra je atum. Afi wose obi ntimi hye Mahama se won fa 3 months pe into galamsey ase. Wa bra NPP betna so 8 good years. Omode to galamsey say yensa se ne yensuo. Na Mahama ba 3 days pa. Mo hye Mahama gide also bi ntimi for so no. Hey, Paul Adumo kire no o kasa den obit my. Onko be ntina the credibility practicing. We information at all. Na yekwiti Kevin Taylor.
Otumfuo Osei Tutu nana piaw. Chanchan hini Kevin Taylor mabawo na so ende nwumre nana mebedwedwam ama eye asanteman nyina ate de waka ase. Na sabio obi anu kotiaw na ya chiri dedua obi anka se nana tan nipa. Every say sabio ewo me na ewo yen ade bia enya ade baako. Ena sabio ye say ahoma sabio eteredua ho ene hu soro. Ena mpenifu an kan nana omo se akwara de bia no waso na no odu dance ase a ana ne charity mpenifu na so na sa kan se taxi driver on ten dware no de bia ne type pai ye ne mpenifu na sa kan hey ebe de bebre nana ye ndwom abefo mo twan now brofu ni nie so amefo mo ntie yaka aka adwudwom and so still let's review free SHS we Otumfuo brofu. We can allow those who have the means to pay while government funds the brilliant but needy. Otumfuo Osei Tutu nana kasa no oka no wobrofum eno wama me aye de akonya se mindwudwam nkyira santeman. Otumfuo say free SHS no e was say ye review na de na John Mahama any NDC for kano na nyansa wom because seka John Mahama ne NDC for any professor na no poko agima boka say yen review free SHS no sanka nyansa ni ma anko Otumfuo Osei Tutu wote kokoso piaw anko onka say yen so yen review inti Otumfuo Osei Tutu ende nana wanuhwam waka kira santeman say so bi ka kira say review a councillor or say NPP for ne yankwasiafo or say wagye John Mahama asem no atum since Mahama bedi so wahwe Mahama NDC for campaign time omudi nkan ka say free SHS yen review yen sakrem ne antoto ne ye ne antenetene no engina ne na so se ne be yankwara ne kwa sebio ebe ye school pa omoko na enye se bia obi a wo moti koso omoko tena baby Otumfuo Osei Tutu ende kasa no o se o ka kira santeman se wuti reviewer na chese school no e wo se John Mahama sama waka se reviewer o pese o sakrem ma enigina ne na so no free SHS no wa endorse anase o de edien ni bodua ashe John Mahama nsem se onye de o pese o ye emfa free SHS no efri se Mahama ne NDC fo ni munyansa o se de owo sika o no apese o de hwe no ho no o se o ya wofo na wo sika na free SHS no o pese wutua ubetume tua omuso asebio omuye bojofo a sika ni fia e wo se aban eso omasene no o se aban enso omasene inti asem na me bodo tofa Otumfuo Osei Tutu ende wato nanum tuo o se free SHS no se obi gina baby ka se review enya no kore obi betwam a o se nipa ne yakwasea nana wanka ne kwasea me na medwudwam kwasea Otumfuo se wote se obi gina baby e ka se free SHS review means councillor o se nipa no o ye jimifo onti Ghana school samase onye ready say obebua school nana wache na unim review unim the reason unim the definition of review bibi nti wankasa me de achaw nana for about 2 years you can review nana unim review you understand review but you refuse to speak on review because now partner or power Matias here me de achaw onana na me sebio ya se de onana ana say wona na fomo a untumi nye bibia ntina na mintumi nye bibia me de achew nana enka review asem we na nka say 2 years ago na nka wo kan Every time I tell me dear we so I catch a Ghana for say school a wako any brofo a wote any sebio wa junior a nim eba eye addition mu a I was saying ko big jina wasa so ka say review means cancel nango se na wotia no but bibinti and a sebio sofu jina sorry anim na o preach na se oba bi kura no fugu ho a na we yi nani ato wiem nti ebia bibinti na wan kasa say na waka ya te ase wa magana fo nyina te ase say a free SHS na John Mahama has set up a committee and we are having a review team no na Otumfuo Osei Tutu cultural santiman say review no pa ehia pa John Mahama ni munyansa krogen into obi asantini no gina baby etu na no tuom ana na num tuo ka say review no say krono de ana emfa kwemu ana de betwa free SHS ma Otumfuo say sasantini obegina baby akasa na wodidi na tam sasantini bi ba ejina baby eka say review means cancel na review ni engine tum na review no ebema free SHS na gu a na say sa santini ba no wedi Otumfuo atem if say the Otumfuo can say review no emra so into so ya dance asantini de share uti social media uti radio so uti Facebook we NPP ni na ukotena radio so kwa say review no it means cancellation review no enya de pa na wo pese uka Otumfuo ne kasabo ahye ne yem na wo pese indirectly no udi okokoso ote kokoso atem wo pese o kase sebio ote kokoso nim nyansa every say ende ote kokoso okasa ma santeman okasama obia ohye na se wa santeman asase so into Otumfuo Osei Tutu akasa ma santeman o say free SHS review no important and we have to do it santeman obia te everything ne me maka Otumfuo me wo fa me de ache no na nka o say asem wo kan be 2 years 3 years ago bibinti enam se sofo ogina sori dem kanya mesem na oba bi kura tie nim na ne skirt no ho apaya oyi ne to nchen bibinti inti nana me de ache no now awasa santeman nyina tie ase se otekokko so se free SHS no John Mahama ehye kina waba for Ghana fo nyina o say moma ye nyina support John Mahama review no ehia pa nyansasam na Otumfuo se waka sei sa wo ya dance asantini de share na wo hye na se na wo from one dance asantini de share na wo tena radio so tena TV so eka se free SHS review no nyansa nim Mahama betwem a Otumfuo se ye chewa yambo na na anka ne saa ba we de me na meka na na se wo obeka saa se no pega na ye wankasa yambo ba me de me meka se yambo na na se mamo nkasa saa wa obeka saa no obechi dedua into Otumfuo Osei Tutu aka de ya wa asem we mu nyina nsa nka Otumfuo betuma aka asem we 2020 anka Otumfuo betuma aka asem we 2021 2022 Otumfuo from the day Akufo the free SHS by no Otumfuo nim say de Akufo adom ye no enye ba bibi nti Otumfuo anka ho asem minima de kro e bia debi na na be chiro book na wa chiro no wom na ye nim ade kodie nti ama Otumfuo ensi ne bo entumi ankans kasa ba emem ama NPP fo anti ase se sa free SHS no mo ye no nyansa nim no ene de bia na na be chiro book no de ahyem me mini na na adwinum ena de si ye na minim nti de beja ama abosomfo ne nana ama nana ene o matena se akyerechirem adwudwum ama daachi na na book bi wo ho a e bia na a secret e bi na Yvonne Nelson ya de nice ahwedie ebe ye hu se eye de kwabute etotom nan nti nana de ye beja sa partner ma nana every say eye de ya nana akasa reset no ya reset obi a Otumfuo se menhia reset nti na oti asantememu na ya menti ase a Otumfuo se menhia kra reset nti reset ho nana reset menhia Otumfuo Osei Tutu wa reset menhia nti oti asantememu na ye me de MPP ni ye de twa befuruma ye de atemeto me de ateme kokom me de menti ase Otumfuo reset o menhia so do Jimmy betra kageti ase on reset ya ye kwagyawo nti Otumfuo Osei Tutu nana piaw chanchan hini Kevin Taylor a wodome a wohia me a wode aye blessings miensa ebetu mechi no nana wodi nka ka kira santeman so obi gye wano si boni a o se edi natem nana efiti ne ekọ me hya wo se obi tia santeman mu ana o te Ghana ha MPP ni na obekasa tia free SHS review any aye de the needia we need to help any omo eska also mutia nana wode gya di panama me mesapa no nana wode menye bibia gya ni panama me enda meti ha na metwen enti message ni nyina ne asanteman Otumfuo so wa reset menhia aba default aba baby a wo se menhia begina enti menhia e ma ye message no menhia pick signal no red ene na Otumfuo ma ye secret no engine Otumfuo anka bibia for be 8 years no about free SHS because when him say akwa we offer red wa kasa ye pe bibi besi enti engine se panyini be bibia onya abotre no enti ne enti Otumfuo ase o send Otumfuo ka kire or my signal ne say na akwa ne fa red hwe Ekufuo de gina power ka kire say review and Otumfuo ka kire say so bi ka kire say review a councillor onom red no Ishiremo and then Otumfuo ate red to wate nana red to Otumfuo ate ne to and Otumfuo say so what is obi kasa bia e kasa sis bia na Ekufuo de kasa na nipa na jimifo because me do me na Otumfuo and asem bia me na beka bia no me support no and me na ka say e review no it means say Mahama edwuma oye no eso eni e wo say ye nyina ye review free SHS no me nje me na no nsi bone because me do Otumfuo do me into obi a obeka anything apart from the Otumfuo kind when it comes to free SHS nipa na red no no wabodam obeso je Otumfuo do si bone be di watam because me sibia me bu asante hine no me makwase bi nje na no nsi bone and asante hine say free SHS review na Mahama ye it is the best the owasika na yama ntua the only bi no abamboa no schools na ye ne sa no John Mahama betumi si more the dormitories more schools Otumfuo say or support John Mahama any NDC endorsement of review of free SHS sana nya Ekufuo ado nkwa na num red no hwe 2014 na akwa we onum red Bawumia 2014 Bawumia ka kire say NDC free SHS review plan senseless kwasiato 2014 Bawumia ka asase mo kire 2020 eno ka asase mo kire 2020 ena Bawumia bi na no ka kire Ghana for say free SHS review no is senseless and the audio Otumfuo ka kire mo and the Otumfuo ka kire say de na mo keka no adekudie ntia one respond no anase one ka bibia ne say enkofo no Bawumia Ekufuo no mo red omo ye drug addict omo ye jimifo Otumfuo Osei Tutu ka kire santeman intende kwasiampa yi bi free NPP be ka kire say free SHS no ade na review and ye be councillor Otumfuo say sa nipa no huni say onom red or ya kwasia onim nyansa because Otumfuo Osei Tutu pe Ghana ye with him red in our shadow. I am trying to let you understand how our NPP omo Jimmy ya started building no ye mistake near the manko for me say ni nyina adia John Mahama ne NDC for air building no ye mistake near tamper or my NPP in the next 42 years omo be say ni nyina. I'm telling you because in the next 42 years no na bibie jina ye mistake wey Bawumia or starting no red and yende 2000 and then Mahama promised to abolish double track means he will cancel free SHS. Mahamudu Bawumia asemo kache ni or say Mahama or kache say obe abolish double track no or be cancel free SHS 2024 no cancel anko asemo. Safi wo and the Otumfuo Osei Tutu kache say NPP for Bawumia Ekufuo ado NPP no mo Jimmy omo no red. How can getting rid of double track say obe abolish free SHS and the eduane pa ankora ni di no school and what to say a school be headmaster be complaining and what to say enkora no mimi John Mahama here everything possible to move a double track system no free. He's doing everything possible to make sure say enkora nya 3 balanced diet to eat time na Ekufuo ado ne Bawumia more power na yemfre bi balanced diet time na Bawumia na Ekufuo ado more power na enkwara no omudi dog's diet chicken diet and over Ghana free SHS enkwara omudi balanced diet is a diet that consists of all the essential food nutrients in their right proportion inti say right proportion number ubetuma ko shiobi na odi koko tentebako ko semiensa it is not in the right proportion. But we share Kevin. Now when you cabbage kakra, when you salad kakra, when you tomatoes light one be order stew. Now when you add and tuna kakra, or no Kevin also or add or elewan your kakra sinchen, or also beans kakra or chicken kitwebi and or sour add and you balance that because it's in the right proportion. There's protein, there's this, there's that, there's not. It's wrong. Inti NPP for no normal man korano dog meat, dog food. They were not giving them a balanced diet because if it is not in the right proportion, that food is not balanced. The next 42 years, you had to me more in the next 42 years. Asemesi. And intina, asama Otumfuo Osei Tutu akano. Asama was asantemai, Ghana mai, your fun is serious. Let's review free SHS. Otumfuo kanye. Or say free SHS, yeah review. asantini ba bi obeka say neni gye ho no oyekwasea if you say so pagana ye a or some me review free SHS no eno na John Mahama ne NDC ye because Otumfuo nim say you review free SHS na asantimam kwara in the next 10 15 20 30 42 years 46 years no omo be ye empenyi titiru e Ghana anything and the Otumfuo chichire asantiman and the Otumfuo he is thinking about the future of the young asantinia kwara on person that you be because asantifo do munko school asantifo de sebio ye tam omo na mako German okotwi omakotwi toilet dabi o person edum pempensuo bi a ye ka eye akrachefo omo mutumi kenkan ti ase etumi ka brofo wisra eka twi wisra etumi kire bebi omo free am proud of omo tradition etumi ka omo kasa se ka brofo ye adwuma o person ye bo asantifo din on person de bebo asantini ya kasa we de adan eyi ase na ote we de on de otonkonwa eji nyame nkonwa ene de dabi oso on pesa into the Otumfuo ye ne de no or secure the future of asantifo nkwara it is obi tina santimemu radio so TV so ebie na no ekasa tia free SHS under John Mahama na sa nipa no pese odi ote kokko so atem eni se ma ne ho yede ne ho che no obi a obetina santimemu atena radio so atena TV so akasa tia free SHS a Otumfuo Osei Tutu I endorse ede na koma pa ataye kire se onim se John Mahama ebeye ne ye no sa nipa no kasa tia free SHS under John Mahama na nipa no opese oyede odi Otumfuo atem me ekọ mempene mo obi andi Otumfuo atem da itu ko tie sa radio no wono mon starting tie omu yie pa so obi anu ko tie menhia mo mamente so obi ko kasa tie menhia obi ko kasa twie bi obi pese odi free SHS edi di Otumfuo atem because Otumfuo kasa asa opanyini dware a na nsu asa Otumfuo kasa kusie bi ani asantememu bi mo so okasa tia free SHS under John Mahama Otumfuo Osei Tutu okasa na ade asa okasa obi anda okasa na nsu asa obi ani asantememu a owotumi che Otumfuo obi ani asantememu a onim nyansa che Otumfuo obi ani asantememu a otse ono de osinibu a owobo che Otumfuo enti de oso ye bema no o metena TV so e wa asantememu de oso ye bema no o metena radio so asantememu de oso ye NPP ni ade bo ohia ono de onim nyansa che Otumfuo no o meka se free SHS review na John Mahama ne NDC ye a Otumfuo krasa kase so bi wo sika na wo fo wo sika omuntua ena se obi so ni bia aban bo nipa no Otumfuo so sa ka se sa aban epese obi schools ni ma onkoso no obi schools ni no de oso ye bema no onkasa se de Otumfuo ka ya no nyansa dim ni ehwe so betena santimemu a me twa ticket aba me bukom me twa ticket aba Ghana woni pa obetena radio so meba me no one on one me bukom because me wafa Otumfuo Osei Tutu me protect no me make sure say obi ani otumi de nanim etwitwi fom now mommy enko enim na me do osade ba ko wo mo say if some parents can pay allow them to pay eye so amefo eye so asontre so eye bantama eye ni odibiase ne mo wo say so obi wo sika obetua mo mani ntua asanteman wo akakra wo wutsina obeso otua oba wo SSR tua ono Otumfuo nana ena eka oso pese oboa John Mahama aban no ogidi se John Mahama aban no omunim nyansa nti Otumfuo aka wa wo so nim nyansa che Otumfuo no kotena radio ka se won ti ase say de o se ne bo ohye de onim nyansa che Otumfuo de o so wo tumi de o se on de na adwene mu edo che Otumfuo no on kotena radio so nka se asam Otumfuo kan ne de ye nti ase no omubu be ye hwe so betena santimemu a Otumfuo kasa asa o say John Mahama idea ne the best asanteman nyina support ne enkoso nto abama NDC na ohun ne say said the John Mahama ye nyina support na the next 48 years no Ghana be fa ne ntoma pefra Otumfuo said to say sa NPP we de onim omo nya party bia obetumi de omo afrafra eye den eye na konwa nti moma ye nyina ye ni nko eye den Ghana so be da say Otumfuo na maka amedwedwam now galamsey issue Nana o twen ya 7 years me problem no Nana o che dodo we me mani twetwa enye Otumfuo o che too much de bia nana o kuta mic sa 7 years de bia o je mic wa je mic 7 years nana o ye dinner o ye conference o ye symposium nana o ko wiase be bia kasa ye Ghana be bia ni wa wan kasa 7 years nana wentuma ka free SHS ho asa be sin ne nana say basa nye eba sa nye yentena yendi hene sa ai wonana no bebre am school ase nyina nana metum di blame ni bia ma ho ebi say yatete abetie na ne cha no ye kasa ntem a anka nipa dodo a free SHC ekufo ado mode say o min komo nyansa yo mo nana me blame kakra blame because no be ha ye ne ntem yatete abetie na ne anka ye kan ntem e bia 2017 2018 ye kan asem we a anka nana anka nenka free SHC ngejina ne naso ye ntumi enka asam ne tra asa anja no ho nana onana ne me do ba nyama bi wo no anye ni ya meka ye nye sa antena fie because ye kan nyankarefo nana anka NPP nkwasiafo yi kombeso mudi watem on se ende de waka o obi ani age but ye ntena fie ye nim sa de na ekoso na nye ye mbu be enkata bone so nana me do wa hwenkofo e mama sei Ghana nana wa hwo mama sei Ghana ye kan de beka bia wanfo anu antum da benso nana na wonim sa review no eye omo ba santime mu be ye campaign edidi Ghana for atam nana uti review ase chem nana ko school ni anwo me ye ka obi a wa ko school awedra o school mu nkrata mu a wa ben nana unim ade unim brofo unim de ekọ o man kwasiafo e betena santime mu da santeman nana na unim ye tena wa ma nana ugya man kofo se Ghana bebe na bi edri afena de bia nana ye twa matani aba eniye de bia nana ye twa matani aba eniye kejetie sa Rollins baye a obe start so ye kejetia wonana kofo baye be di nkwase asem sa be fefa ma eyie nkwase eyie ekutia obedi president se busua panyini eno nanam Ghana na otata nkofo na small girl be free eye English baye a obetwetwe ne be ma obegi sika kwe ye tete ho ana tanifo tafo ya sa ba be sika kejetia enkofo baye nana 2017 schools sisi wo omoje guo sewie guo omoje guo afare guo omoje guo free SHC so omode se nkwara nana wanka 8 years nana on se ache nana red ekoso asantime mu nyina ka kasa ntema nka red nkeso atwa unim red ekoso ya nkwara bebrebe free SHS a omko yom kosia red nkwara bebre omo Ashtown ene Kumasi Mpotema and the drugs eku omu eye free SHS ya na enye ya omko double track ene komo omko introduce omu to these things nana nke kasa ntema nka hwanya so atwa ene hwe bia wona na NPP nti obi ano kasa wanim kwasi ampanyi bia no kasa wanim jimifo bia no kasa tia menhia adentra nana ensam ne ba jaso ne agi adwa nana eba ya ne adwudwa ne adwudwam ne ekọ enim because yekase yetena ho because ye wo fa party ne wo so nti ye nka sebio ye o yofo sa nana wo so hwa wo de nana mano sisimu na so nana o yofo sa nana wo hwa wo de ya yofo nsa ma ne eru efise ye nsa ka ho nana ne ya we nsa but nyame wo ho de wakan de ama sebio ema eye gidie soronko asaba nana me de metuma ka se wo fa wo em wo fa me don na we de wa nya de eche dodo nana o to pa echew yesrew pa echew apache achew pa ema santeman fama mbebunu fama nkwara from the last 7 years nana ye di o mabro ya ha omo ya nkesem ema nipa bia se nkwara life nana nti oso sebio benhia oso di dwantoa ema asanteman ene emu nananom because nana sanka kasa ebe 2020 anka wonananom bebre omo life asɛ no anka nsɛi intimidate de waka mani agepa na nso wache ade de wanka sɛ otiri ho yi bɔne nti nana sɛ ɛkyɛw na bɛpa ya fa pa ɛkyɛw nana pa ɛkyɛw ne hu sɛ yɛ nana de wayɛ bɔne wa pa ɛkyɛw efiri sɛ yabosom kro bɔbɔ yɛ ho ban no ɔmo fom ya nananom ɔmo pa ɛkyɛw nti nana wayɛ bɔne kyɛ pa ɛkyɛw nana bedɔw ɛde na ɛfɛ sɛ Kevin Taylor wota no wopɛsɛ wo sɛ no wopɛsɛ Ghana fo dwen sɛ Kevin Taylor de ɔyɛ onim de ɔyɛ na wa ende apa yɛ Kevin Taylor number 1 fan anwumre bia wa so TV a wo hwɛ no de na ɛfɛ ɛkyɛnse yi de na ɛfɛ kyɛnse wo yɛ hwe enye yi Mr. P wega na wo ebi kwa ka onko yɛ enti de bia yaka NPP omagimi o hɛ so opposite makache Ghana for say you have to be very, very careful when it comes to misinformation and disinformation. Makana so many times me say Ghana, the majority of you are happy about Ghana now because no krene AD Ghana suntina bibia ekɔ 14. Say my ho kwan na ye allow a tro to set in. Ye wie Ghana na say. Anytime can you say we need 42 years, 46 years. Si ama no kredi enima ne ama NDC di enima ne etenetene omo saa baby Ghana be yenebe mwawa. And it's at this point, we all need to have one focus, 42 to 46 years agenda, to keep the NDC in power. Guide them. They will make mistakes. Guide them. Protect them. Guide their policies. 42 years, 46 years. Ghana be Jinan and houses America. And yen happening. It's mama allow a atro na say Ghana no. Atro na de kwasi ampenyi way Ekufuado about power. Okay? A platform like Ghana Web, a NPP for dia do not. So read this story of Ghana Web. You need to be very careful. Make sure you verify it twice. The Ghana Web you knew in 2002 and 2003 Ghana Web now unim no enye Ghana Web o eye NPP for no matter, and the idea is they want to disinform and misinform Ghanaians through Ghana Web. And so Ghana near my platform which I can say the most dangerous platform in Ghana, a disinforming and misinforming Ghana for Ghana Web. So we are Ghana nina so ko story because Ghana Web making sure say when read this story as I day, I double check it from other sources because so with the Ghana Web they will destroy you. Okay? And the Aquaway Sika Uriano Abemu and they be Ghana Web or they are called Ghana Web. Oh, Otumfuo story na me and only be a Ghana Web reported story no. But me bo video mautie on Ghana Web. Cancel or review free SHS if students cannot be fed or accommodated. Won't be on caption story no. My choice, Ghana Web is the most dangerous website in Ghana. Ekrobianka Ghana was a treasure. I'm telling you, any serious country, I was saying Ghana Web, you're too sure. Yes, because you see, what Ghana Web is doing in the say, they want to deliberately destroy this nation. It won't come from them Otumfuo. Now, what they are doing is they are creating enemies for Otumfuo. The caption alone they gave to the story, they are making people direct their anger at Otumfuo, to insult Otumfuo, and to make it look like, say, oh, free SHS, Sebio, cancel or review free SHS if student, Otumfuo Ankasa. And when you see, when you take your time and analyze Ghana Web for captions, what they are doing, and they say, I'm not careful, I bet you say, Soja nibi, ana military nibi, and I bet you two, I say Ghana. Ghana Web never say Ghana. Ghana Web a dangerous website. A website for years, Oma destroy Ghana. Daily Guide, Ghana Web, and then Daily Graphic too is joining this stupid thing. Daily Graphic. The last time I told the president and this government, they need to change the leadership of graphic communications. And this goes to the communications minister. Those people at Graphic Communications, they have also recruited some stupid NPP boys. And the country is not at heart. They are destroying Ghana Web, Graphic Corporation. Daily Graphic it's like PMP now. Daily Graphic, it is now like PMP. And Ghana Web leading this nonsense. And so Ghanaians, you have to be extremely careful about Ghana Web. Ujimia, Ghana Web, could do a they have twisted it to favor the NPP as a political party. In this to Ghana Web story, be very careful, read the whole story, and double check from another source. Because so for Ghana Web for caption, they will mislead you. Right now in Ghana today, platform and misleading Ghana are you ready to destroy the nation at Ghana Web? Everybody working at Ghana Web is an enemy. A crobit is a Mozambique and Ghana Web be treasure because nipa na Ghana Web yene dia no one ne kwasi ampanyi na me bo video che no NPP ni we now ogotina radio so ene ebusa ne say Ghana Web no what dia he could not give a direct answer. You know why? Because sikana obe wi awa ban mu no, that is where he invested the money. And right now the agenda is that almost majority of Ghanaians they read Ghana Web, and some people see Ghana Web say and the official website of Ghana. No, Ghana Web has been bought by NPP. It has been bought by this fool. And then ebusa ne say Ghana Web ya odia muntie ne answer.
Ghana Web odia.
Ose
Ghana Web odia.
Ghana Web. Oh, I know the ownership no mebusia ni dia ye han fanto nchen. Enye why I'm here.
Oh, ye the guy just asked you a simple question. Ghana Web ya odia. No, you move on. Oh, Ghana Web mebusia ni dia, so mebusia ni na and minfa bansika. Oh, ye he's a criminal. You know what he has done? He's bought Ghana Web and put in the Busheni Dimu. Sign the Busheni na Ghana Web and Diazisiano. If the government decides to audit the Busheni na, Sasikero talk Ghana Web, Busheni to improve his cano. See, from his answer, we did not ask him whether you were a fool, you were a criminal, you were a corrupt person. Yes, say Ghana Web be audio. Kevin Taylor, Ghana Web be audio. No, I have no hand in it. A simple question that demands a simple answer. Ghana Web, so ya korao, so ya penino, media, me have a business, me independent, me see nipa be a Ghana Web here the connected to this Ghana, a guy with ya, a bicycle we are going to investigate the person who owns Ghana Web, and we are going to bring you the records, sign upon how much he or she is worth. You will see, say, this guy gave that guy the money to buy. Now, nipa no talk Ghana Web no, ye be busan say, Onya sika saa wa hin no de to Ghana Web no. Listen to you very well. We Otumfuo. He's a criminal. They say Ghana Web no en kwase adwuma mo de ye no NPP for. Osoro no tam $10,000. Osofo kuma me yire wa abrochire. Kwase a oje si enim. Ye be print na yire bank statement a kire no. E die a wato North Carolina. Ye be kire ni nyina. Ewio. This guy is a thief. Ewi na ye jiminti. When an election we can say ai yentwa galamsey mu nne yentwa mu ochena on say yebusa a simple question. Ghana Web be odia. And Ghana Web no mebusa ni dio me de we sika. You see, he stole the money and then he paid Ghana Web in the name of his family member. Now that family member, we are going to pull that family member's bank statement. You will some family member and say, "Ejuma ben na we here ya unya asasi can talk Ghana Web." You will see. I know the family member. Minim nipa na Ghana Web woni dim. And we are going to pull nipa no documentations. Ni ebusa nipa na say, "Wo ejuma sen na waye. Sika sen na we raise. When did you start working? How did you come by this money to buy Ghana Web?" You will see. And that is what they do. They steal your money and put it in their wives and their kids' names. And what they will do is say, they will turn around and come and blame you. So, when Jimmy to Ghana, Obapa Mobra, Abua, Yani years ago, that is what they do. Me say, we will open investigations into this guy, Ghana Web. Definitely, we are going to find who is the owner of Ghana Web. Sani Pano, I will expose the person. Then, Ghanaians will ask that person who owns Ghana Web, say Ghana Mremno, ya will be for the lifestyle audits. Say, Nipani Ghana niya, you busano. Say, Nipani to America, I will petition for the person to answer the government of the United States how that person came by that money to buy Ghana Web in Ghana. Hey, munim dieba. Mon kwasiafo we NPP for munim dieba. Kwasia we galamsey sika e de akoto Ghana Web. And oko Ghana Web Jandam atro, they are just misinforming and disinforming. They just want to destroy the nation. Yebusa a simple question. Yebusa a simple question. Kwasi ampenyi ejina say enye nti ena mebusiani o mebusiani ena mentiasie ena memfa abansika mebusa so wi abansika. Papa no to busa so wi abansika. O say eyobusiani dia. Kevin, you see Guinness Ghana webusiani dia wo dia enya me dia eno ano no. So when we are go ni nyina ka kan efre we ye wi. And Ghanaians are supposed to be very careful about Ghana Web. A dangerous platform. A NDC a fully owned by NPP. A criminal money no to Ghana Web no. Now I am coming to expose the person who owns Ghana Web now. Now me exposing the pana, you people will understand where I'm coming from. Now mommy anya ejuma we a galamsey story. Now a lot of people are talking about a galamsey in Ghana today. Kevin Taylor, NDC4, Omoba Power 3 months ni. Adena Kevin Taylor momonka a galamsey wansem. Yeah, the 3 months solve a galamsey problem. And let me state this. Anybody who attacks a journalist in Ghana because journalists now cover galamsey site, that person should be arrested and that person should be jailed irrespective of who you are. Journalists in Ghana have the right to report on galamsey. It does not matter the party in power. Journalists be what the right. Journalists be our assignment to go cover illegal mining. They have the right to cover illegal mining in Ghana. Nobody in Ghana has the right to stop anybody from covering galamsey story. Nobody. If even there's one person in this government who tries to stop any journalist from covering galamsey story, we need to go after that person. Because the story or the galamsey menace, it goes beyond political parties. I am not going to sit here and say, because NDC about power, no. When people want to cover galamsey story, I should do what? Tell them to stop. Why? Right now, I can tell you that this government is too young to solve galamsey's problems now. Actually, will be a way Jimmy. The NDC government just read their budget 2-3 days ago. The NDC government has not even been in power more than 3 months. The NDC in government, at this point as we speak, the government is now forming. Now, a government has been in power for 8 years. Omaya galamsey for 8 years. We saw a whole sector minister write a report, and I'm talking to this man, Sir Foolish Ken Ashbe, and your galamsey story. He's useless in Ghana because he only uses galamsey story to become relevant. And then why not you say or the best survival in this very, very, very simple economy. And this guy, he thinks he's smart, he's intelligent. He knows nothing about galamsey. Ye Jimmy Nyama ni pebi atiti ti kuobi no mode da mo Ghana. He thinks say when he hides behind that foolish thing that he calls say a group a DND, no, they can suppress the government. Nobody can force the NDC government when it comes to the fight against galamsey. No, because who akwawe mumusan say ono obada how many times and hoba. And you want to force a government in 3 months to fight problem that was caused over 8 years. Are you crazy? So this fool comes and says, NDC criminals have taken over from NPP criminals without any evidence or kwasia. And we cannot solve or fight galamsey with this kind of these beanbags. These beanbags who think say Ghana, no, you just have to have some stupid name working on radio and TV to make people think say you are intelligent. Who uses 3 months to fight galamsey? And if you have credibility to prove say NDC Nibi is involved in galamsey, why don't you stupidly publish it? That is what they have been doing. And you see, for years we have allowed these fools to be sitting on radio and TV pretending as if say they know everything. Politicians, they feed you. They don't do any serious job. All that they do is that let me target this person. This government is in. Let people think say I am against this government, and that is what they have been feeding on till this point. This foolish guy. Nagana ni Jimintra. We see these people as intelligent. These people bring nothing to the table. Because if you want to make such an allegation, you need to have your evidence to prove. For me to sit here and support you. But you cannot stupidly, foolishly, a beanbag like this come and say, galamsey, NDC criminals are taken from NPP criminals. Where are your evidence? Intinkwasiafo when in Ghana TV so, and a yes so so, and Ora politician officer, near Manika Kra, Mumusa Juma Benoe. They will form something called think tank. They will form some group B, Ebiani Imani, in Kwasiadi Omuti Imani ye. Today it has become a political chamber pot. Imani. If Franklin Kujo is smart, he would disassociate himself from that political chamber pot that Kofi Bentel is running. Me say, if Franklin Kujo is intelligent and he basically wants to respect himself and protect his integrity, he would disassociate himself from that stupid thing called Imani, that political chamber pot. He would disassociate because the Imani that we see has two angles. One is going here, one is going there because they have allowed politicians to infiltrate. The same as these foolish fools. Because you cannot come at this point and tell Ghanaians to say, NDC criminals, who are their criminals? I will speak on the criminals when you give me enough evidence to prove, say, there are criminals who have taken over from the NPP. But you see, they play that chess game. They know Ghanaians are stupid because radio 40 BBI, every day the same faces, the same foolish people we have been drinking with, the same foolish people who have been sleeping with people's wives, the same foolish people who we know have not added anything to their brains. We give them opportunity to Ghana for this automatically they are wise. These are foolish people. The fight we want to fight, galamsey, it is not anything. We need to put political colors on it. So when Professor Frimpong Boateng came out with that report, I'm expecting this beanbag to tell the president and Mr. President, before you touch galamsey, prosecute every single person in that report to serve as a deterrent to people in your government. Foolishly go sit there and say, because galamsey is still ongoing, you expect to say, in Sudan, say after 8 years, no, in Sudan, in 2 days, we are such a beanbag. When we Jimmy phone has almost Ghana. I was expecting you to say, Mr. President, a report is there from Paul Boateng's report. I want to believe you. If you want us to believe you, pick that report, open a commission, let them sit everybody in the report down and let us know what comes out of the report. We can use that as a basis to fight galamsey because people will see that somebody has been jailed 25 years, 10 years. You are stupidly ignoring the issue that they are evidence. Because that report from Paul Boateng, it was evidence. He was a sector minister. Kwasiafo in Ghana. we edua bag we edua beans bag we bean bag we in Ghana and the yes so kwasi asem we so you people should tell the president that at least we have evidence from a sector minister. From Paul Boating came up to the report that he presented to the president. That report is on record. Mr. President, open a commission now. Every single person who was mentioned in the report, let them come before the commission. Let us get to the bottom of it. If we get the culprit, let us jail them for 10 years for it to serve as a deterrent to people under your leadership and also Ghanaians. That is when you are making noise. Kwasia, NDC from NPP. So these are the fools who have become political table tennis balls. They are ping pongs. You kick them here, you kick them there, because every day we open the phone lines for these idiots to speak. Who is the NPP criminal and the NDC criminal? Do you have any evidence? I can say NPP criminals did galamsey because at least there's a sector minister who wrote a report and said this is what he found. Do you have any report to prove to me in the last 3 months Obi or NDC mo Oya galamsey we kwasia? Mo na mo me di matem no mo agimi he mo tete Ghana for so ena mo mo se mo ni nyansa mo tu fin kankan mo no dot ena no apetehia. You think say going to sit on news file no it automatically makes you wise. Ye gimi o Ghana ntra and then the nipa heard news file. Aye Jimmy ntra na nipa no hosting news file. Something I in the num kankan we. Ade papa be no news file no so. Joy News Multimedia, they are foolish. That's why they are keeping that guy still on news file. They are supposed to sack that fool. What does he bring to news file? And these are the same people he'll be interviewing. These are the Jimmys he'll be interviewing at Entra because they don't have anything to do. Where Jimmy Benoye? A common adeno. From government to government, he can do what? He can criticize everybody. But at the end of the day, Busane say on one kasankasa, oh, we are members of DND. The last time, first time I made about Ghana, I think 2009. Me, I met my wife 2009. My wife beside me say, why do we have so many acronyms in Ghana? I'm say, share. A poultry farm. Obeti Cape MMNC, Kumasi Mental Association, and PWPKC, people with some acronyms. We've been on my survival bedroom. Acronyms. We are putting an organization together. We are ready and the Obercon and part 3. And can Ghana and Jimmy and Kokuku and you do to make us say, our Atamos Foundation. Na kwasiasa I don't want to put paper back on Nam Ghana. Near so. Well, that's what they've been doing. Oh. They have been playing on your conscience for years. They know nothing. Ewurade nyanko yakwasie ogina Metro TV okasa se pipe shade ha kwasie first na mujin so nim nyansa meboa on se be expose mo hu se endo mujina TV so mo hu so ma jimijimi ana mo hu kwasie ogina Metro TV who's concerned jantre ni ogina Metro TV ya ne kon pipe shade PVC shade kon hu PVC pipe the PVC pipe shade kon hu kwasie jantre ni anu hu fia or repuma or Germany near the Quasi Ogina Metro TV, or dresses at the end of the Kaba. Also, first time you saw him answer, also, and so you know, so Jimmy. Wait, Jimmy. He cannot convince you. What is he going to convince you about? Because the guy standing there looks filthy, he looks dirty, he looks unkempt, he looks very sick, he looks like a red candidate, he looks drug infested. Quasi Ogina Metro TV, I'll say, oh, your show, dear evening show, dear Quasi boy. And then one who ever convinced will say, or can be natural. He smells, you can see. Just watching him. Can you see us singing our brown? I told you people, these are drug addicts. They don't deserve any space in our politics. Also today, they are not relevant. They can't even make anything on social media, on TV. Because of what? Because these people were down from the beginning. Now, Mami ready akwa we he se meka se nkofo we jimi na media o matama obi se Kevin ne de omua de mami he let me read the story we Ghana web omukwa siafo he we caption no NDC criminals have taken over from NPP criminals. Now let's read the story. Let's see exactly what he said. We omo jimi o, you are entertaining these fools. Mami cho bibi he look at this. Now let's read the story. Obo so we kwasia. We understand the evidence when this is what he said in the story itself. I'll say, let me read it. I'll say, and I quote, some work is happening, but unfortunately, the criminals are still at work and they are still doing what they are doing. So, the criminal transition that we saw in 2016 and 2017 has happened again. What what you are beginning to see happening is that this time, not only do you see the NDC criminals taking over from the NPP criminals, but you are also having the NPP criminals go to the NDC criminals and say, and I quote, yes, your party is in power, but I have the equipment. I have the people here already. Come and be at the front of it. Take 60% of it, and we will hide behind you with 40%. So these gangs, these people who are wrecking our country are still at work. He stated during the interview. These are all speculations. These are stupid speculations. I say, you see NPP for Abba. The only one say NPP for the catch NDC for say, you see, I'm buying Eba into your equipment, no, you're the baby, you want no, I'm 40%, no, I'm 60%. The issue is all the things he said, he could not prove with any evidence. Kwasia way to radio so, and we are listening to such fools who are speculating. He could not mention one company, one person who is directly involved and said, where your NPP near, I have evidence to show, say, he's involved. Where NDC near, I have evidence to show. Because here we coronum do cabinet na TV, so Jimmy way, bean bag way. Jimmy way. Okonom doka, unim doka, okonom doka. They are friend no say on fan adwene mbra. Na ye de kwase afo we adwene na ebu Ghana. Base, only base bia. We cannot build this nation on speculations. These are stupid people. How can you fight illegal mining on speculations? How can you do that? The same thing now. Franklin Kujo didn't question for so almost court on speculations because almost to say you be pamo dampare. Now Chief Justice na krank Chief Justice not to wana mudi case the command unim ni fate. Mu Chief Justice no so no mame. Do you know her fate? Momo de dampare command so save dampare. Ono kro beto save no ho. The Chief Justice today, Ubusan so beto save no to me answer. Chief Justice of Ghana, Ubusan said, can you save yourself, madam? She cannot give you an explicit answer. Say yes. Because she also knows the allegations and the evidence people are cooking. She knows. Audience on committee on your bonianka, on your free. She is tight. These are the fools we are talking about. Doka kind of analysis. Into the piano on Besomba radio, so into what they have done over the years, and they say, I'm creating BBA to a team size or me smart. Because at a point, you need to go TV so, you need to go radio so, you need only wine now if you boss ako TV so, only wine now if you come say ako radio so, it in Kwasia for a tita ten oh near a publisher, oh near a editor, and I'm sorry, no good TV so, no good radio so. To do any woman in the so me the party to be. We do cap for any read no jot of war. Now social media by no, we are seeing their faces, we are seeing their body language, we are seeing how they speak, we are analyzing their speeches. They cannot build this nation. We cannot build a nation based on speculation. We cannot use speculations to build Ghana. In some kind of interview, no, need speculations. But you can't say Uncle from Port report no. Now I insist the president in be a commission on that report. Now you will be a report in Moambra commission that has the power like a high court. Now you shed the ABC. But you sit there and say NPP criminals 60%, 20% in Kwasia for just side of mind. Foolish people. Ebiana when they say it's one. Into Jimmy be no Metro TV. Ne kwan why say PBC pipe the show. Kwasia we infested dirty guy way. Akwa way Jimmy way. NPP buy ya turn to airport. Kwasia we Jimmy and he there we see betwe atum. Kwasia we de nam Ghana na mo so so. On send the ocean and we all say. Majority of you guys, when you watch that fool on Metro TV, that dirty drug addict on Metro TV, akwebe na PBC shana no okasa oh that pipe bi shana that ko gina TV so na ta no Messi akwebe na good evening Ghana no akwebe no pipe shana ha no ogina TV so no okasa na pipe bi shana Messi that ko pipe no block it ogina TV so no team no owu kwasia yare 40 say wo Okwan PBC. These are the foolish people we were listening to thinking they are intelligent. They are stupid people. They are foolish people. Only answer. And Koran mu repi mo Ghana. And yatina was song kwasia fo we so abedu ha. That PBC pipe journalist. PBC pipe journalist no. Oba no pa enwumre ani etwa kakra pa na yere dia sha ha. Jantre ni bema. Okwa okasa pe na inframa ni femu ha kwasia who to Ghana as a journalist. Go to Afenyo Markin. My catch him for day one say Afenyo Markin is fooling the NPP. He is fooling the base. That is the foolish masses. My catch him say from day one I'm here Afenyo Markin. Me chike coming. On shako. From day one I'm gonna say Afenyo Markin embe leadi these piglets, these 88 piglets in parliament, you know, or 87 piglets in parliament, you know. It has always been about himself. And on say Afenyo Markin watna NPP match. Wa monitor NPP, wa analyze me with some mudu Jimmy, and he's going to use you people to build his political career. You know, when you ask a politician, say, why are deal we give me an answer? Not politician, no, at a point, you know, on to me more direct answer. They also say there's something wrong. Now, my catcher MP before say this guy Afenyo Markin, he has been one person we read the MP before with some Jimmy, and he has played on you guys for a long time. You see, right now we all know that Afenyo Markin, he was not qualified to be the minority leader. In fact, he wasn't actually chosen on merit. They chose him because nobody say our central region and Fantifode Jiminti, Omu Afenyo Markin and Fantifone Beto Abama NPP. So we all know say Afenyo Markin leadership, no, he does not have the leadership qualities, he does not have the intelligence, he does not have the skill, he does not have the managerial skills, he cannot meet people halfway, he lacks a lot of basic things that make somebody a leader. He is the type who thinks say Sebio, the more he backs, the more he makes sense. And I've told the NPP, with Afenyo Markin leading you guys, 2028 election is a no game for the NDC. Because you see, when you get somebody like Afenyo Markin who thinks everything should be about him, Ojina Parliament and talking about share teshen and share teshen kofua, you the opposition, you need to understand, say, you lack direction. You lack a leadership that actually understand what you people want. He's hiding his presidential ambition. Yes, see, flag bearer on your obedi. Dabi, Annie, and one no. Kwasi campaign and Obusa John Dumelo. Do you have presidential ambition? I think you want to be president. Don't you think you want to be president? Kwasi ato. And the Obusa is a flag bearer on your obedi. Oh, open made the SM parliament. And I'm being preko yenim. And I'm preko ni kwako you be a leader. And a flag bearer. And a day Kwasi, you are explaining. What are you explaining for? It's a simple yes or no. KSM. Obusa unya flag bearer di bia obedi. Wan ka say unya adwonso obenom. Wan ka say unya bokita obesua anase unya koraba obenom nsuo wa no. O say unya flag bearer di bia obedi. Oh opanyini dabi. Me ye NPP ni ba flag bearer de dabi. Oh opanyini. Say me ye minority leader. Flag bearer de dabi. Eni me plans mu kra. Unya flag bearer bia obedi. Oh opanyini eni ye leader. Eni ye flag bearer. Ena me de mo minority. Ena me ye leadership. Ena me dim preko enim. Yes say Sebio unya ejanaya obedi. Anka KS Mbusa say unya ejanaya obedi. Anka because oh KS dabi. Adentire Mbusa say unya flag bearer obedi. Won't be my answer. Oh ye wi ohun is NPP for ne Jimmy. Makajo Zakwawe from day one he has always wanted to be a flag bearer in the NPP. Afenyo Markin can never be even a minister in the NDC. He can never be a minister in the NDC. Also the political career on to be a minister that. He lacks that mental fortitude to be minister. Now, on say politics are very tricky. And one question about who the kind of politician Afenyo Markin is. It's a simple question. Unya flag bearer obedi. And simple. A flag bearer be obedi. Oh, ofa Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy and NPP for no. When somebody do ne Jimmy. Intend to come to TikTok. Yeah, it's here your party no. Why ne be di when who so Jimmy? Hey, mama can be Jimmy. We nentwie na NPP supporter nentwie ne ho onfa so NPP supporter am na me ka kire. Because you see they think like toilet munsuo, they just go one way. E kire was be another channel no mu nyina fa ho omo te say toilet munsuo. Enti that is what Afenyo Markin we read about the NPP. Ehun say majority of the people in the NPP no mo Jimmy. You see unya flag bearer ni bia obedi. Oh wofa. We oh wofa be ne wom. Wofa dabi flag bearer dey mempe. Foolish guy, we're not to parliament. Also, one of the most intelligent person who can vet people. Obusa John Dumelo. You want to be flag bearer, right? That kind of things you do, you want to be flag bearer. And the Obusa also offer. Or dying mayor, Afenyo. Or dying. You think it's a parliament or politics is all about barking like a dog. We read it, but the person for us video with MPP for Muntieme. Na mumu bi mwe Jimmy Dodo. Mama Afenyo Markin one of the likes of Kennedy mo, but we miame use mu ache. Oseche mensa bonsumu bawu. Kobne Japan na no ne ba omianam Ghana Jimmy no. He is also coming to contest. Omo hu se mo Jimmy mo adwene wo fom. There are small things pe and omodi den omodi beat mo. My satellite munsio mushia muninam gate mu say eche obi di prayer a direct mo. The people are playing you. Anytime catch them say Ghana for we need to keep the NDC in power for 42 years. These people are foolish. How can Afenyo Makin, who basically is a nobody in the NPP, all because of NPP for Dodona are not smart? And they say for Su South to say former education minister na Sakwano. Also a reverend. Wa nja kwara no wonu obi kura wo sa afọjo no. De bia ne de paso abobodi tiri mu to say de rekwaje eye de ensanso no e wo Burkina. Sa afọjo former education minister no say Asin South to say de ndien. Onu obi kura wo wanje mumusa no. Also ye sofo. We mu no omo mu se mu agimi. And me my job is to tell you, I let you the NPP supporters and followers understand say party mu se mu agimi o. Until you realize say I was some kind of kreno. Until who say party no I was some kind of kreno, you will never get to where you want to get to. Mumbesa mobeja tum some say, Mumbesa mobeja tum some wejimi, Mumbesa mobeja tum some adwene wo form. Ma adwene yam say Ghana ni bia anke bia mamoa Ghana ni no etan asante, Ghana ni no etan NPP. That is the downfall of you people. You are foolish. Say one support NPP for conversation. One support omo kwase ade omo ye ya. Two things, Otan Asante and also time NPP. You are foolish. Wait, Jimmy. How can you get the people Otan Asante to come and support you as a political party? Because right now, Asante Nikura, sorry, now Okasetia NPP did the Omo Yese Enya. The Omo can say Otan Asante. Now Otan Asante, I didn't know Nyama Asante Nkoso. Ono se be di no akọ join it. Omo odwin so di mpuntu beba fiama no. So let me advise you people. The NPP as a political party, you need the impedifo mu nyansa omo dada mo. Now, before I move on, I cannot forget this criminal. Your friend Williams Anefi Sapon. Kevin, me catch you say. So when some Jinobiswa, na mo reason. In the next week or two, you will know the reason. Me say in the next week or two, you will know the reason. Tia boy, we did have picture to TV. So this boy is a thief. The man just two things to do. Obianka say Kevin, Onfa document bi ambekire say boy we or your Otumfuo Kevin onfa document Matthias here boy no make an kire say dey make an meboa. So also or your life coach or a doctor or a hospital or a D&D, me man two things to do. Until he does those two things, ne ma ne papa mom ya Otumfuo, they will all go down the drain and this boy will go to jail. I'm saying this on authority. Williams Anefi Sapon is a thief. His father is a thief. Ne maame eye Otumfuo ne nuanom nyina ya Otumfuo saa asori na okọ no Kumase no sofo no oho no sofo no nim bone a omudi. He's in support. The busa boy we okachem say okọ court mumbusa say court no we nya nko asia. This boy said he was going to court. Ask this boy court na boka say mo no our him court no saa court no wa anko ana saa court ni shi no de bem no say case no until he goes to court. But I will make sure he goes down because oyewi. Now I told this boy to come do two things. Or make a Ghana for any certification near a chest or a doctor. Certification or be proving me wrong. And two, he should come and tell the world to say he has never sat in any gold meeting and used John Mahama's picture and use John Mahama's name to tell the people in the meeting, say, Omontam Sikama no na down for John Mahama, gold board no, or then the daso. He should just come and do these two things on social media on his own page. These two things. Because this boy, Williams Anefi Sapon, or a criminal, everywhere baby treat him like a criminal. Baby boy will be a who need to say Obiako Riadi or Malata. When it said Obiako Riadi or Kejetia or Yewi, he has murdered 3 people. A Spintex medical clinic now also will be a clinic. I have told the man who rented that building to him to take that building from him because that is where they murdered those 3 people. And some man, no, all the questions I'm giving that man. So I yes sir, clinic name from the building anymore. Mama Natia says he's smart and case in start here, he will also answer questions. This boy, Oya Otumfuo, Baby, huni biya ojina obiya treating se kromfo. Ghana, you know how you treat criminals. This guy is a criminal. Until he comes on TV, on social media, to tell the world to say, on far Mahama, you see, what we are doing, what I am doing, I am protecting John Mahama. And maybe our trouble when say where the eniso, it goes beyond eniso. It goes beyond what the eye can see. It is way beyond what you can think of. And do not underestimate what I am doing here. So who boy we were Ghana baby are treating it to say obi akọ wiade o Malata market. Treating it to say obi akọ wiade o Kejetia. Or ya kromfo, he's a criminal. Ne papa nie, this man is also a criminal. He knows this boy's dealings. Onena as supporting the band way, Emma the banner AD in Kofua bro. He knows the business of his son. This man is a hardened criminal. Nobody should underestimate this man. Nebana krono obo organi nyina opeso de John Mahama din ekobo krono. This man knows about it. And until be seen there, he has refused to speak on the matter. Say Nebano Embra Bontene don't be kanche we as say the son has no connection, nothing with John Mahama. Man we or a kromfo, he's a thief. Now this is his mom. This woman is another criminal. Boy no eko wiaka asbano defrauding konfo maami we on na gisika ni guo. Asem sipe on nefa phone quick efre oh me ba ne nyehwe. This woman is a criminal. She's a thief. She's part of the cartel. Do not underestimate this boy and the mom. I just need two things from you. Come on social media, come on TV and say o certification am a legitimate doctor ni and na only untina meeting bia mu embo John Mahama din say or your wadamfo. And that untina good business bianca said John Mahama and your partner oh good just that I need just that I will not talk your matter again. I didn't know to me here. These are his siblings. There's another two another one but the honest picture about Chemo. We are protecting John Mahama and the NDC government. I know what I'm doing. There are 15 people behind this boy's crime or all, you know, and I'll bring all those people out. And you know, I want those other 15 people to understand I'm coming after all of them. They want to use John Mahama Dini NPP NDC Abaiwe Ediyan Kwasiasem. These two young people, I'll come and show them, come and show you their pictures. So this boy is a thief. Your friend Williams and Nefi Sapon. Now, I sorry ane papa kono, I sorry no head pastor no onye. Ewo Kumase, this is the head pastor of the church. This head pastor is part of the crime. And into the seen there, he has also not come out to tell Ghana for say yes, papa na Ayeka na say oh ma sorry. Ontumin kanche papa na say uncle kanche the ban say on yes this man Henry Osei Owusu on the head pastor I sorry no mo kono. Church Church of Christ Tafo. Oh, Tafo, this is the man. He's part of the crime. This is the man. Papa na asori na omokono. This is the man telling ne papa ne se mama ne because boy ni sika na owia and odibi koma Christ Church of Christ for omo branch na wo Old Tafo no. This man took the money. So everybody should know say Williams and Nefi Sapon, we are not done until he comes out. Williams and Nefi Sapon, until this boy comes out. Until this boy comes out to do what I am saying he should do, I will make sure he rots in jail. May say in the next week or two, you will see where I will put this boy. Mama yenko enim. Yansu so obi asu biem. There also about Kasama William and Nefi Sapon. There also oya bema on the otue dua te se me a ono nani adina oba be Kasama William and Nefi Sapon oba onfa William and Nefi Sapon certificate mra. Sawoba se obe kase bia mana ame adabra in the concert ajantra for pen. Monkanja ame adabra say he should publish this boy's certificate on his platform. His platform that he uses to lie. Ame adabra in the concert ajantra for pen. Monkanja say or a credible he should call this boy because he has taken a lot of money from this boy. Ame adabra he has taken so much money from this boy and posting fake things about this boy thinking they could use his platform to dupe Ghanaians. Ami Adebra should come and post this boy's certification on his page. Ami Adebra is a fraudster. He has connived with this boy. He has taken money from this boy, and he's using this boy. He's making this boy use him to lie to Ghanaians. Somebody like Ami Adebra should not be trusted in Ghana because he knows what he's doing is criminal. He keeps doing it. He has been posting things about this boy on his page. You people should ask him, why is he not posting this boy's certification? Ami Adebra is a criminal. He's a thief. Why in the concert ajantra for pen? I the market present say. And on the Jimmy and I'm Ghana saw a blogger. Kronon kwa Ekufuado power sa nkwasiade okwa na Rebecca Ekufuado man $100 na ne kwasia or akọ church from kwasiasem. That is what they have done till this point. Right now they are irrelevant. They are working in Ghana with one boxer shorts. They are pretending say they are okay. They are not okay. Ayarefo nkwa unwo as a samain. Ami Adebra kwasia penyi. Come and post this boy's certificate on your page. Because you are the one promoting this criminal. This boy. You and this boy, you have come together, you want to destroy John Mahama. Kwasia, come and publish his certification. Why our concert KVIP basket handle. Ena what it one and kwasia de. What to some kwasia some so you people have used your platform to promote criminals every single time. Ami Adebra, #1 in Ghana. He uses his platform. Eche we who fraudster, not the platform he promote fraudster. Eche Ami Adebra who fraudster. Na yaman 100 Ghana, yaman 200 Ghana. Now on the platform no promote fraudsters. Fraudsters platform, Ami Adebra's platform. Yeah, that boy, that's what he does. Uwu na so bewu, into twin can accept. I say man the champion fie no we no. I say Sokoto Gudali and on nam Ghana kwasiato. Publish this boy's certification on your platform. You are the one promoting him. You are the one telling the world say he's not a criminal because you think you can use this boy. He can use you to destroy John Mahama. You betche bukum kwasi adena odete Ghana no. It is simple as that. Ami Adebra is not credible. Ami Adebra is always promoting fraudsters. Ami Adebra has no credibility linked to his name. If he says he has credibility, he should go call this guy, take this boy's certification as a doctor and publish on his fake website. Finito. I'll be back. Now, it's exactly 9 p.m. in Ghana. With that. I name is straight. Ami Adebra. Ukonse Sokoto Gudali. No, I'm Ghana. So, oh, say champion Fiona, you said, Yo, Kwasiato. Uncle page my papa being yet, and also an promote bloggers. And I wait and a draws at it, and I wait and a ham when ye, what you say, Quasia blogging with a biddy. Time and a month for him social media, so I'm more relevant to. Right now, you are like bushmeat crowd say, you're about to vote, oh, bottom. Come and publish, I mean, an AFIS certification of free. We both with that. Nankameji and Kaminja dada. Mudi matem, and Kameji and Kaminja. All right, moment from womb. Now, what's on the bill today? Team, stay with me, I beg. That was the head pastor. Thank you, Mr. S. Okay, now, simple question. You boost the NPP for say, betting tax no, almost pass here and someone pass it. Sticker, a NPP ni or your minister before. Where when you know, me some mamu say NPP for Jimmy. Amon kind of create. Do not listen to NPP. Ebusa said the betting tax. Did you pass it? Simple. Ebusa NPP for some simple question. No, betting tax. Mo pass it. Or start here or say. In fact, I went in with my boss. Did you pass betting tax? And also I'll say, oh, there were pressing issues. Did you pass betting tax? Osako, so the concentration was on messaging. And I said, it's a simple question. Did you pass betting tax? Oh, I was in charge of wealth creation. Wadani Susu collector. Budget, bet, wealth creation. Amin Adams is a good man. He is a boss. You know, I don't feel anything. Wadani terminator. Question back who? Jimmy. One question. He does not feel anything. Wadani terminator. One question. He's in charge of wealth creation. One question. You know something? The pressing issues. One question. In fact, I went in with my boss. One question. There are pressing. One question. MPP. One question. Because you go for Jimmy. Ghana for say, do not waste your time on these people, because they don't respect you, the Ghanaian, watching them. Almost somewhere Jimmy to say almost supporters. They think say, you see, they can just walk, say things. They can just say anything and walk away with it. And the funny thing about this whole thing is, almost still they see Ghana for some Jimmy. That is why today you see them doing petty politics. I do Saba and galamsey and Mahama any NDC about power any 4 months. And so and don't be somebody Ghana problem in our more. In Kwasiafo be Ghana so 80 years. So you ask yourself, say, are these the kind of people you want to hand Ghana over to? Because in the first place, they are not even admitting, say, they don't respect you. They are not admitting, say, you gave them power, you gave them all the opportunities to do what was right, and then they failed. They are still insisting, say, now the NPP, trauma, they are even not willing to take us out of that trauma. Why should we go back and say, we want NPP to lead us? It's a simple question. Yes, we passed it. No, we did it. That's it. Now to go to wealth creation, to go to your boss, to go to not feeling anything because when you don't feel anything. We don't care. If you sticker, you don't feel anything. Who cares? And that your job is wealth creation. You see, what I want to let you people understand and say, the NPP as a political party, from the leadership to the last person, Ghana for your intelligence. They still see us say Jimmy. They still see us say whatever they tell us, we will absorb it, because followers, the level of their thinking, followers is Jimmy. Sana Ghana for Jimmy. And sometimes, say not radio so. Then you ask yourself, say, na walker. Adaya, I John Mahama, and I John Mahama, and I John Mahama. Now show giant tea upon chitty way to TV. So on to me punch show what the NPP would do differently in opposition for Ghanaians to trust that tribalistic piglet party again. They cannot even tell you. Into which John Mahama said no, and then the Bema Ghana for confidence are omni or MPP no, and then the Bema confidence and no. Okay, say John Mahama ye we no, and then the betcha say Ghana. Let me mamka be binche mo Ghana for. NPP for adaptive strategy, and let me open your eyes. Politics na make sure no. I'm per se, I'm target some very, very smart and young people in the NDC from 2012, 2016. JPN said they are going to use the truth and intelligence to defend the NDC and defend John Mahama's policies. And so we study NPP for the platforms now. So we study radio and TV now. They have spotted about 4 people in the NDC. They want to force and tag them. They want to tag them so we are corrupt. They want to create the impression, say, Nipa will be corrupt. Because you see, when you go into the NPP, the young people in the NPP, they are filthy corrupt. Samia Uku Obienim, his involvement in galamsey and the corruption or involved the elections and NLA. Everybody knows. Kojo Ponkruma, we know about galamsey, his involvement, COVID-19. 1.5 billion about housing issues. Kojo Ponkruma is tainted. He's a criminal. We are looking at young people in the NPP. Today, you cannot even mention one. Bani Champion is now young. Who again? They don't have any young person because majority of young people, they have tainted themselves. They are criminals. Now, they cannot make any pointer. Anybody will believe Kojo Ponkruma because Ghana Niachira Jimmy and Kojo Ponkruma Kasa Obetino. Ponkruma is the same person who at a point was defending Mahmoud Bawumia and Kufuado upon Kruma. And this is the same upon Kruma sitting here telling us to say, Samia Uku and all those people left. Into what they are trying to do is say, there are some very young, smart NDC people. They want to force followership, stupid tribal piglets. Almost tribal followers. They want to create an idea, be say, Sankofor are corrupt. Okuja to Blakwa, Sammy Jemfi, Sam George, Obi to say Felix Ofosukwachi. These are people when the NDC were in power, Obuko opposition, NPP for try everything to tag them. So Omunya smart. These are young boys. They have nothing in their head. These people cannot do anything. But don't say, as time went on, Ghana for Abe said, no, Sami Jemfi, Ayede Okujato Blakwa, Sam George Mo, and these young NDC guys, they were the ones intellectually were able to break things down for Ghanaians to understand the say NPP no me are true for. And they were so consistent to the point whereby anybody who listened to them was like, yes, these guys are speaking on facts. Fact was their base. Now the NPP knows to say the NDC has this solid young men and women who are vibrant, who basically can defend the government with truth. Until right now, the NPP party, say, almost sorry, no pa. All that they do, they say, say, oh, Sami Jemfi Akromfo, oh, Sami Jemfi, gold board, and the Nayirema appointment, Omuni Bibia, oh, Sam George, they so muadie, oh, Obi to say wine, oh, Obi to say Akando, oh, Obi to say Ofusukwache. They are trying everything. I'm sorry, Mr. P, Mr. S, are you good with sound? They are trying everything possible to make it look like, say, Yang for Swana Ghana for Medjin say, these people are corrupt, but they are not. You see, in Tendano, omunya every opportunity. Oh, Sami Jemfi, gold board, with this sika, Ubusan says Sikano, we didn't know here, Odumi Ganjo. Gold board as we speak. Documentation behind why yet Kaboma, Ama gold board, Abe accepted to be running as a government agency. We are now trying to put it together to bring gold board to parliament for it to be accepted. In Tayden obitumi tina waka say gold board no Sami Jemfi na gold board ne start here no krampo no gold board no Sami Jemfi is a criminal. How can you make such an assertion? How can you make such a judgment? How can you make such a conclusion? Unless you say nipa no oni idea bia no they want to throw things into imagine say the young people who take over in the next 16 years 36 years of the NDC they want to start tainting them because you see there is nothing that you can take away from these people. They are good in their communication. They have been resolute. They have been consistent. They have been factual. It's right now almost strategy and say any young boys know what Jimmy just said Nana B. Who will listen to Nana B? Who will listen to Kojo Ponkroma? Who will listen to Ayasamia Uku? Who will listen to these fools? But you see, because their party does not have any future, because their party does not have anything to bring and say, wait here, they want to taint the NDC young ones who have used credibility, consistency, and facts to get to this point. Because these were the same young people, also babies with sharp teeth. Now, consistently, they have proven themselves to say it wasn't just the name they were trying to impose on them, but naturally they are good, they are intelligent. And we can go back and check the track record of Sam George. We can check the track record of Sami Jemfi, the track record of Osukwache, the track record of these young people. Some Okujato Blakwamo. You can see that the NPP, they don't know what to do. Into right now, Omunya platform, Sami Jemfi Akromfo. They want to create an impression. But the boy, Sami Jemfi there, the NPP for you to Boma, it's a fact. Now, what they want to do is, they want to create that thing from 2014. Oh, babies with short teeth, without any reason. Now, tag be tearing home. That's not going to work. Because you see, the honesty in these people and the consistency. Now, where the NPP, young people in the NPP, and where the young people in the NDC, now share the intelligence. You could see, say, the NPP, they lack the young people leading the party. NPP, one a young person, Abranye. NPP, one a young go, Nimnyansa or Kasa Ghana Biti, Abranye. Why Nanabi? Why Samia Uku? Why Kojo Ponkroma? Why the NPP more younger or Kasa Ghana for because we do Nimnyansa? Why the NPP more? Obet Makasa, where the Minimnyansa into Mr. P, Mr. S. Some people are distracting the system. Do we have good sound? Yes. What is this bullshit of? If anybody comes here and say check your sound, just delete them from the system. They need to check their system. Don't distract the show. If your sound is not good, check your system. Because my technicians are telling me we have good sound. So if you cannot hear us and you have a problem with your sound, check it. If you cannot, just shut down and just leave the platform. We beg you. Now, So when you check the NPP, there are no young people on which I rely almost so. I can say, you know something? When we kasa, these are the young people we can rely on. Kasa communicators in the crowd, when they are speaking, they cannot quote young people. And I said the young guys in the NPP and say, where there we can rely on his statement. They don't have it. Into the strategy now is that Yanko say Sami Jemfi, Yanko say Okujato Blakwa, Yanko say Sam George, Yanko say Basintelli, Yanko say John Dumelu, Yanko catches Nkofoso Omuye criminals. It does not work like that. This is the new era where people need evidence to prove say Obi a Kromfo. Because from 2017 to 2024, no, we were able to prove with evidence say Samia Uku yevi. We were able to prove with evidence say Kojo Ponkruma yevi. Nanabi ye Kromfo. We were able to prove say the other guys in the NPP no omu yevi for. So if you want Ghanaians to believe say what's Sabi Jemfi yevi, say Okujata Blakwa yewi, where yewi are, you need to prove. It's not just by saying, because that name tag, it does not work again. Politics in Ghana has changed. Politics in Ghana now, it has changed. It is not about hearsay. It is not about creating name tag. It is not about creating an impression. Impression does not work again because there is fact checking to check the system. In 2016-17, you got that impression thing right because there was nothing to check the system. Say the Nipane Kano factual and answer obwa, and anything you got away with it. But now you guys are not going to get away with that. Nobody's going to get away with it. So I also show me documentation that proves so oyevi. But and yet to say appointed to say abroad yet radio say Sami Jemfi oh see a good board no also ko hu ne yere kwasia near JD and near the budget. No, you have to be factual. You have to show me evidence. You need to let people know by having the facts. That strategy at NPP before so playing is not going to work. Internal radios, we have about 6 people who monitor all the local radios in Ghana every morning. Yeah, that's our job. I have 6 people on standby. We pay them. Their job every morning is to tune to every single local radio stations. You're about 16 on our radar. We listen to all the radio stations and we look out for all the jandam. And you see, that is something that we have been monitoring. So when we were having meeting this afternoon, my team was like, boss, this is what is happening. This is what is going on. They are trying to force something in the system we need to kill. And so when stadium communication, that is how their communication is going. Oh, yamfa eye krono to Sami Jemfi so. Yamfa krono to Sam George so. Yamfa krono ento eye Okujata Blakwa so. Yamfa krono to eye de Ofosuku Achi so. Send ye be ye beka enka because yabama Ghana for them some Jimmy. Some person de krono to obi so a monfa evidence e kire say we wabo krono but enye here say enye bosirimuka. We are not going to allow bosirimuka in Ghana politics again. We are not going to allow some fools to think say they can sit in their kitchen, they can sit in some stupid kitchen and do what and decide for Ghanaians. It's not going to work because I'm sorry, team. Team, stay with me. They can sit in some kitchen and create something. No, we need the facts. We need to make sure say okay, you cannot just come and say where you come for until say we be provided with the necessary documentations and evidence. It is Ghana for you should not waste your time on NPP communicators. So people jina we dim say I and Sami Jemfi yes gold board yes so but say what evidence when dey na kire menya boa o menya kwasia. Show me the evidence to prove said your canon. It you guys listen. Yen yawa to diffuse these nonsense. They cannot tag anybody with corruption. You want to accuse somebody of corruption, you need to bring evidence and facts to support it. But to just sit on TV to say, oh, you know something? Oh, there's a problem, and that way yes, so I corrupt near Fedi and we want people to know. Now in 2016-17, you got that impression thing right because there was nothing to check the system. Say the Nipane Kano factual and answer obwa, and anything you got away with it. But now you guys are not going to get away with that. Nobody's going to get away with it. So I also show me documentation that proves so oyevi. But and yet to say appointed to say abroad yet radio say Sami Jemfi oh see a good board no also ko hu ne yere kwasia near JD and near the budget. No, you have to be factual. You have to show me evidence. You need to let people know by having the facts. That strategy at NPP before so playing is not going to work. Internal power radios. We have about 6 people who monitor all the local radios in Ghana every morning. Yeah, that's our job. I have 6 people on standby. We pay them. Their job every morning is to tune to every single local radio stations. You're about 16 on our radar. We listen to all the radio stations and we look out for all the jandam. And you see, that is something that we have been monitoring. So when we were having meeting this afternoon, my team was like, boss, this is what is happening. This is what is going on. They are trying to force something in the system we need to kill. And so when stadium communication, that is how their communication is going. Oh, yamfa eye krono to Sami Jemfi so. Yamfa krono to Sam George so. Yamfa krono ento eye Okujata Blackwa so. Yamfa krono to eye de Ofosuko Achi so. Send ye be ye beka enka because yabama Ghana for them some Jimmy. Some person de krono to obi so a monfa evidence e kire say we wabo krono but enye here say enye bosirimuka. We are not going to allow bosirimuka in Ghana politics again. We are not going to allow some fools to think say they can sit in their kitchen, they can sit in some stupid kitchen and do what and decide for Ghanaians. It's not going to work because I'm sorry, team. Team, stay with me. They can sit in some kitchen and create something. No, we need the facts. We need to make sure say customer you cannot just come and say where you come for until say we be provided with the necessary documentations and evidence. It is Ghana for you should not waste your time on NPP communicators. So people jina we dim say I na Sami Jemfi yes gold board yes so but say what evidence when dey na kire menya boa o menya kwasia. Show me the evidence to prove said your work no. It you guys listen. Yen you ha to diffuse these nonsense. They cannot tag anybody with corruption. You want to accuse somebody of corruption, you need to bring evidence and facts to support it. But to just sit on TV to say, oh, you know something? Oh, there's a problem, and that way yes, so I corrupt near Fedi and we want people to know. Now I want to send this message to the President of the Republic of Ghana. Mr. S, send me the picture of the FDA boss. Mr. President, you need to fire this lady. Why is she still at post? Mr. President. Mr. President, why is the FDA woman still at post? I'm asking the Jubilee House. Why is the FDA boss? Why is she at post? That woman needs to be fired. We need people who are ready to work with your government. We don't need saboteurs. We don't need people who basically were doing stupid business with the Kufuor government, sabotaging businesses in Ghana. This woman deliberately decided to destroy companies because when she feels she has personal issues with you, when she feels she has issues with you, she finds ways to destroy your company. And we are not going to allow that again. So I'm asking the Jubilee House, why is the FDA boss, still at post? Mr. President, the Jubilee House, I am asking a simple question. I'll be right back after this short break.
Yo! We are best fishermen. No, no answer mine. I'm watching. You will for Belgium. It will be a Belgium. It will do a Belgium. Why you're why round what? Why round what? Why you're super why round what? It will for Belgium. It will be a Belgium. It will do a Belgium. It will be a Belgium. Why you're why round what? 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 Yeah, we papa no, what one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no, what one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no, what one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no, what one is the motto? Why round what? Why you're why round what?
Thank you very much, team. Thank you for staying. So I was talking about this lady. The question here is, why is this lady still at post? It's a simple question I'm asking the Jubilee House. Why is she still at post? This woman needs to be fired. You need to get people who believe in the NDC policies and the NDC ideology. This woman has never been somebody, the NDC, or she has never been somebody who believed in anything of the NDC. She is going to be there to destroy the government ideas and plans for the FDA. Now, the number of illicit drugs are abakromuha. Today, you saw red issues. Ayeka Tramadol. This woman has been at FDA. What now all these years, she allowed NPP surrogates to bring all these drugs into the system. Now, when you go to the north, the amount of these illegal drugs in the system, because you see, Obibakas and the FDA and they check the importation or the port drugs there, Bano. If the FDA is basically liaising, if the FDA is willing to make sure that all these illegal drugs in the system are taken out, the FDA will do its best by working with the security agencies that have been given that job to do, to make sure, say, all those medicines or drugs are out of the system. Now, what the FDA over the years, say, they have decided, they deliberately ignored people bringing in illicit drugs into the system, selling them in open markets, and they basically decided to ignore the system for them to run the system down. Now, when there's a change in government, and the government tells us to say, okay, they want to reset. They want to reset the system. If you are resetting the system, then everything that was there before that was making the system not to work properly, that thing that was there needs to be changed. That is what I'm saying, say, we are talking about the FDA boss who oversaw, say, Moshosho rice, expired rice was served to young kids in our senior high schools. This woman, even cry or chase say the emwa emona expire ama enkwara sebi omudie uno. This woman still defended the criminals who brought the rice in here. So why is this woman still at the FDA? The boyfriend be government mwana. You people need to tell us why she's still at FDA. Because if we are resetting, then we need to reset all these vital, very sensitive institutions. We are talking about FDA that is supposed to take care of idea your consumer or Ghana, make sure they are wholesome. This is the FDA that has allowed poisoned rice to come into the system to even kill young people in our senior high schools. So why is she still at post? She's now going around bragging that nobody can touch her and that she's still going to be the FDA boss. Mami way, your friend Mini Deng, what's her name? Her name is Mimi Daku. This woman should be fired this week. You need to change this woman, Mr. President. You need to sack this woman. This woman is not supposed to be at FDA. Pamono, what were you and kwasi asema course Ghana ye wana e mo ane de man kwara omudi omu mami we na sanction emu ni nyina mamudi wuye. The ones to crumple a publicize ya ohu ya or chi omo or later be catch say problem bi anim. Mo pamo mami we free anya sa mo ne ye ne mo nya fan wo. Mo ni ngie hu. This woman needs to go. You are not supposed to play politics with this. And this goes to the Jubilee House. Whoever is in the Jubilee House, this FDA boss needs to be fired. Why is she still there? Is she somebody nobody can touch? Who is she? A Juma FDA boss is Abeye or Ghana Hano. Mami we Juma Papa no Abeye. E kufu ado ne kwasiafo ekwata mami we be see FDA. Enkwasi ade nkwa or suppress it local businesses. The idea ni nyina say wo ba na waso wembu nkotojo we nanima. This woman will find a way to destroy your business. Inti, with all due respect, Mr. President, this woman needs to be fired. Sack this woman. She cannot still occupy the FDA office. You still have people who are legitimately qualified. There are so many people in this country. There are so many people in the NDC who can occupy that position. This woman needs to be sacked. And yampesi edi yebufuo any yebufu shobaba mo so Jubilee House. These are the people who mess the system up and they have to be taken care of. They need to be sacked. So, Mr. President, The FDA boss needs to be sacked, and it has to be this week. The same applies to this woman. The same applies to this woman. The CID boss, she needs to go. And you see, this is a message I'm sending to the new IGP. Mr. IGP. Mr. IGP. Mr. IGP. Mami we wan pamona, you can never succeed. Me say, if you don't sack this NPP women's organizer, you will never succeed as the IGP. Oh, when Mugwasia Dampare Abejia, today we are all saying, say, he deserved to be kicked out, no? One shot, and Mugwasia beto you the new IGP, no? So one pama me where and Mugwasia beto no be change Dampare there. The last time I explained to Ghanaians, say, you the IGP, you have the right to sack the CID boss. You have the right to do serious reshuffling at the police headquarters. These are the people who made sure, say, Ekufuado, Bawomiamo, they murdered Ghanaians and covered it up. This woman has been there. She has not touched any criminal case that goes against the NPP. And she's not willing to do that. In fact, don't just look at this woman. Go to the cybersecurity department. And I'm saying go and ask DSP Sadiq. They need to do their job. And this woman too needs to be sacked. The corruption and the negligence and people feeling so entitled in our Ghana Police Service, no, it needs to stop. Mr. IGP, that nonsense of people thinking they are entitled to some office. We are going to show text messages, pictures, conversations of police officers who think they are so entitled and that some positions are just theirs and that nobody can question their work ethics. This woman has never been there to work for Ghanaians. This woman has always been there to work for herself and the NPP. So if IGP, you are going to succeed, this is my humble advice. This is my humble advice. Sack the CID boss this week. Because Semami Weda who was CID officer, you will never get any case done. And what is going to happen is people like us, we are going to blame you, the IGP, because you, at the end of the day, you are the head of the police department, the police office, the police service. So if you want your work to be praised, if you want us to believe in you, not to sit back and criticize you, your first thing to do is to reshuffle, is to make sure this woman who is the CID boss is sacked in the first place. Mami way, I don't know CID boss. In Penabia no Chinton CID boss, she was not qualified for this job. This woman, because of her dating KK Sapon, SK Sapon, that is why she got this job. The police service, they all know that this woman is not qualified to be here. It's the IGP, with all due respect, say, you have been in this service for a long time. You saw the way police officers in the history of the Republic, Ebin Sida, were jubilating because IGP Dampare was sacked. If you don't take care, almost the bus is better room when you are sacked. I am guiding you and I'm helping you to understand to say, there are people at the police officer, they are not there to help you. And if you allow me, I can personally call you and tell you how this woman and some people at the police office have decided that because they are working for the NPP, there are even criminal cases, they have to make sure those cases are solved. They don't want to do it because it is the NPP. And I can give you facts. This woman is bad news for Ghana Police Service. This woman, she is bad news for Ghana Police Service. And the IGP needs to make sure because the NDC needs to understand. IGP and Pamona, a waste. I am telling you. Because when it comes to criminal cases, when it comes to going after criminals, this is the woman who has to sign for every criminal case to be open for the police to take action. This woman has refused to sign any criminal case involving the NPP. It means to say the NDC government idea of fighting corruption, going after criminals, the police CID is there blocking we Ghanaians when we want to go after criminals. Into the IGP, remember, you cannot solve or fight corruption with this woman sitting at the CID office. Never. And you have been in office over 24 hours. If this woman is still there, then you don't know what you are doing. You are wasting your time. Then we would know, say, you also came there to come and do the Dampare acting, because Dampare was basically a movie actor. Dampare nkwa na be di IGP a the photographer winning photographer of the year. Dampare is a paparazzi IGP. He goes out there and let people feel say, oh Jesus Christ, Obefia, he's the devil. I don't see anything wrong with an IGP being sacked. Dampare onye Yesu Christo. He has his own flaws. And the Dampare and a soldier police for the armed robbers, you both soji police for to be seen there. You nipo ku police for. Dampare has committed a lot of crimes. And those people sitting there making it look like Dampare in your bonnet, the police service, they know the damage Dampare has committed. Into you people should not sit there and make it look like, say, this is a joke. This woman needs to leave this week. You need to sack her. Because someone sack mami we are, your IGP will be waste of time. Me, I am telling you. Someone sack mami we are, your IGP will be waste of time. There is nothing you can do. You will just be sitting there as a ceremonial IGP. Because this woman and her group, they will sabotage you. They will sabotage you. They will make sure no investigation, no criminal investigations. Because my woman also unsigned that. So this woman will pick a phone and call Nanabi and tell Nanabi, say, a criminal case has been brought from the Attorney General's office that you have to be picked up. Nanabi will make sure documentation baby out in the cast now, she said, you know, this woman is a snitch. That is what she does in the police service. And I can give you raw evidence, Mr. IGP. If I call you tomorrow, I can call you and give you raw evidence of some of the DSPs. And this one conniving to make sure criminal cases are suppressed. I can give you evidence. This is not a joke, and I'm not joking about this. I don't want to come too hard on you. I don't want to expose your office too much. I don't want Ghanaians to think, say, Oba office krano, ontinasi, and I'm coming after you. I don't want to do that. I want you to do the right thing. So this week, this woman, the CID boss, she needs to be sacked. And the IGP, you have the power to do that. All right. Now, I'm doing some work at Cockdam, Achimota. I'm doing some work there. And that work will be able to this week. This week, there will be some crazy job at no Cockdam, baby a hotel, no, opposite the hotel. We are doing some crazy job there. There are some boys I am going to put on my screen. And those boys will never have that peace in Ghana because they are criminals. They cannot work out of their houses. This week, I'll be doing some job with our Cockdam, Achimota Cockdam, where the hotel is. Opposite, there's a building there. This week, I'll be placing some pictures on my screen. On my screen. And on my screen, no, remember Ghana phone, every single face I'll put on, I'll let Ghanaians know that Nipa bia obehu ni sabia no or enemy of the state, and they don't have to be walking on the street of Ghana. Because I am going to show you hardened criminals. Omo ebusia, omo parents, omo ma, any bonia omudi. Cockdam. I already have the names, I have the pictures, and I have everybody involved in that criminality. And what is coming is big. And you see me, when I say I'm going to hit, I hit where it hurts. Debi I'm catching Ghana for. When I say I'm going to hit, I always hit where it hurts. Me, I don't jab. Debi I'm kind of show so. When you see me quiet, then I want to hit because I want to hit you where it will hurt you. This week, by the end of this week, I'm going to enter Cockdam. That Cockdam area, opposite the hotel, I'm going to do some crazy stuff. A man for my home beka, a man for papa home beka, a man for omo girlfriends no more home beka. Because Sanko Fono, they have decided to destroy this nation, and I'm not going to allow that. In the Cockdam, Achimota, hotel Nesuono, opposite, there's a building there. Every single person will rush our dining with PA. I have a record of you. And I'm going to make sure on the street of Ghana, a bed din some over 90 street in the so. Me say, your boss of Toronto, he said, you say, hey, what do you want? I know I go show Ghanaians something. Intimidating kind as setting record in the street. I don't jab. I hit. And when I hit, I make sure it hurts. All right. Now, I'm going to put names, phone numbers, parents of people. see sometimes because Kevin na nipa way so on na enya na ni parents there. The reason why I do that and say oma wo fo ni nyina nim de omo ye. Oma wo fo ni nyina nim say omo ma no e bokro no. Omo mba no e den deliberately omo pese omo misinform Ghana for. Omo mba no pese ade kitu bi na omo ko hu no omo de dada Ghana for. Inti debia no ye de omo parent ni bem say na be parent ni be hu say aha me ba no dwuma o dinie. Send be ya parents now more enjoy from that crime no more committee no Ghana for will see them. Into right now there me my bottom na meba. Everybody will feature on my show. Into a Operation Cockdown. Operation Cockdown. And me I can show you 6-month charts of the AC UK. What some people are doing there. Into what I am going to do no. Some people will run from Ghana. Some young men will run, young women will run. And they will run from the streets of Ghana. Ghana streets so they cannot come out. They will run from Ghana. But you tell Benin pa na moko. You be mama kwatena Benin ho. Now, let's take care of this. This story is another story. It's making a lot of headlines. And it's about Dumso. Sometimes, you know, obi say obi share me. Sometimes it was obi share show. No, Kevin Taylor, kadum so ho asem. Kevin on kadum so ho asem. Mahama ba e dum so aboa toruwa. Menka dum so be na wo ho. Dum so efri he. Dum so ho. Because them dim say the enim organ and say light ni dum na ba e dum sie. Ana now Ashanti region minister under pressure as Kumasi residents demand answers over unannounced power outages. Yasi Kumasi fo ni bi enye omu nyina go sebio enye Kumasi fo nyina na sebio omu di nkwasi asem ebi di nkwasi asem ebi ndi nkwasi asem. Yasi Kumasi fo ni bi bu ofu adan ya omu se adan na kanea no eso na edum eye dum sie enti omu ntia se omu besom ka che minister no se oma kanea ni ngina so aboa twe enti entia se enti Kumasifo ni bi eyi omo nufu ye hu enufu no ye bese ye hu manufu no ye bese de dem nantem no muyi ye bese mo wro mo dross no na mo fa krom na mo magana fo hu se mo ni abre mo mu bi tia ohwe nyem kanea so eni Ghana eye energy so yi o se imretie mu ye nyina ye hu se ne Ghana kanea nsam akwa atwe bosu be ye edu ekwa ekire ni ye nyina ye nim se ne eye kanea no eduma esagina so yenyina ya ne NPP atena besu nkenpempenso ehu sene ya ne edum kanea de ACCC ya wasantimemu akanea no kwa na asaba no eye NDC aban aba behu se sese nipa ne do so wasantimemu ye wo se nkrane sebio ye ntu kwan saa ene egum ena ye wo ena de bia ye bie store na NDC aban ehu se NPP aban betena so mfie wotwe no Ameria NDC kotoba ye no ye tambesi asantimemu no na pokwasi ampanyi ne NPP fo no ebu asantifo edaada omo ka kire mo se eye American de besu asantimemu akanea endum da enso no mo daada omo o se NDC aban omo beduru no mahu se asantimantemu dwedie koso pa na sebio omo nya party fon anya nkwasiafo party nti omo emeki sure se transformers a ede inyiremu nkanea eba asantimemu no omo pese omo hye mu kena nti me no ka sei transformer poly miensa ena omo kesi ani se ne be ya enkanea sema e wa asantimemu ne begina ne na so nti sende wo se kanea no abodeni anasa edumra sa kwa ba enye enye deliberate anasa enye boniaye bo kan sen enye se omo ni da ho na omo ye de omo ye no na mmom eye dum siesie eye kanea na ye tena ho mfie wotwe a na NPP fo nim se kanea na sei omo sei kanea sem no omo anka no kura nkyeremu nti no omo de omo ka no kura kyeremu eye kanea sem a NPP ese no ende omo ba omo tutu nyoma na eye minister ka so omo aban ne de enya aban a aba se eba beba obi sobo abeka se na obi te so na obi ye sei omo so omo aban no edwuma a so mo di ni se o so mo bo ama Ghana eji ne nto ejina bebi ye eba kanea nsem na enyirimu kanea nsem a nti eye NDC aban no eye transformers akese biensa wa santimemu sene ebe ya Otumfuo Osei Tutu da anadwo a fan no ne air condition no ebo a enfifire nti no nti eye minister ne kasa no say ebia eye kasa ECG omo asantimantemu omo kasa sem ana communication sebia ensisu ye eni tinama sebio me nuanum asantifo ni bia sebio ebia brofo sam ho edin ma mo anase mumu bi na moni da ho a mo mpese mo beka no kro no mo pese mo dane asem no ECG na also mo ni asantifo ni bi edi nkomo ye mo hu se kania ye dum ni enye bo apayo na emom kania ye hye mo kina transformers ya sade bia beka ho a ye hwe no ebema enyirem kania asem ewo asantimemu no egina ne na so pampen enti minister kasa no osama ECG for no mo Ashanti region say edu de mo kasemu ne mo ne asantefo kasa mo hu ne wano munjuje munchire mo sebio enye brofo no kwana mko abontan maka asem na wie munjuje mo so Ghana kasem se ne be ya obi abeti asie se kania na yedum no enye dum so na emom yedum no esiesie se ne be ya asanteman kania asem ebegina ne na so enti minister ne kasa no osaka se ne ni age se NDC aban we akofa transformers akese miensa ye be hye ne nyina Otumfuo asase so a sebio ye ne ye ya asantefo NPP de twa efuruma ye de oye hwe nye yefo no sa inkusie na omo se omo pe de party chain impuntio no NDC se omo de transformer ne begina asantememu na enkane asem no egina ne na so now won sibia abrante John Ginapo enya abotre ehia nsentwerefo edwudwa nsemu ahobrasiemu ede obuo ema asanteman ede obuo ema Otumfuo kire Ghana for say even though asanteman to abakesima NDC sa afi no mo yesa enkire say sa asanteman sebio kania nsem ene enyirimu kania nsem etoto pansan a e wo say sebio obuo mo nimtia o say ode enidie ene obuo ema asantefo ne asanteman into tie ni kasema ode ebuo ema asantefo ode ebuo ema omo to ene editua ne ka ode de ebuo ema Otumfuo into tie minister ne kasema na de keke efise ebu a also de ma santini bia no ode ama no tema na ye ne ankase de hye na po eteso ye minister a oba santimemu busa ne se ne yakane na ye dundum no ema asafofo de omo moton enam omo nam essay tailor for machine essay omo printing to my essay no na po a ya santini ye Otumfuo ne na a also ye de hye no ye ne asantefo busa na po se na po wona ye minister ewa santimemu adenti na yakane nyina so hye na po jimifo no yebusa ne se kane na edundum no onkyere ekwan obefa so agina so asantefo de omonte brofo mo jimi ya bankran ya hye up and down inti eno no yenka brofo asantefo nte eche Kevin Taylor ya amudi na tem so yakwasiampanyi bayi ono na sa betena adwudwam brofo amutie mo amoso ame mo amoso asentre so bantemafo dodo no monte ase na pokwasiampanyi wei tama na mu kem ka che ne se wona wo hwe nyinum nkane so wona hwe Ghana de nkane asam so ne kane no ese ye ndwuma no kotena nkran ka kire mo se momfam kwase anko edum sie ende bon John Abuginapo otumi ba santimemu ene de insemtrofo be hia ka kire mo se de omo ye de ama kane na gina ne naso ni umpe we na apeka ya motiom ya ka kire mo se NPP fo ebu asantefo se mo gimi NPP fo hu asantefo so munim nyansa NPP no because NPP no asantefo ni bia kire se ye de yentumi ntwie yensono de asawa mehyemuti NPP di bu asantefo se emumu bi mu agimi won de NDC ni no waye waba abamo naso menemu kase wamba mo naso kekewu waba de ahombrase sa kire mo se upon the esi nyina no omo sa hye kane anu mu kena e wa Ashanti region omo de transformers miensa na ebe peso yani ankase de shofi menhia na po na hwene se Egyptian cattle okotena nkran na oka brofo kire ye se ye nkyerechire mu asantememu na po tena nkran na oka brofo kire ye yeso ye nte brofo intebede de na po kan ya te ase enti ohwe de MDC 4 ye ene se ne omo toto nyama omo mblemu obia omo hu se NPP 4 we omo ye nkwasiafo no moma ye njai NDC 4 no munye adwuma no everisa mi hu aban a wabedi Ghana so a sa aban ni mblemu the other government that NDC 4 aban we nkwa menti se omo blemu NPP 4 da debia what is NDC 4 kasa ye be solve it ye be work it out you will make sure when ni aban a wo hia aban papa nie enye nwan enye mpreko ma enye nkwasiafo mo feel entitled amadwiri yo mo se Ghana no se anya omo a Ghana ne nhye enye nkwasiafo bi e de 700 pounds keke edada omo nyina adwene wei eye oman na ye kikire enye busua anya enton ebi na ye den ye kesi eni enti de eye minister ne kan ye no de eye Don Abuginapo kan ye no wo ya santini na wa santimentemu a ma wokoma emra fom who say NDC aban ne ba say omo be solve Ghana problem. Party way ana aban way enye selective. Sebio anko say aban way say sebio dum sokra ba anko so omo voter region edi nkan ne omo kasa. Na so dia no omo ye omo make sure say Ghana ni bia o Ghana be bia no ye solve problem. Sa na party tie, sa na aban papa tie. Enkwasiafo aban de bia omo adwene say nipakuo bi atoma omo nko na o say omo boa omo. Enu ntina enkwasiafo aban NPP omo opposition no. Enu ntina enkwasiafo aban NPP omo opposition no because NPP ne dwene say nipakuo bi ketewa bi nko na hia o Ghana. Ende me no ka say NPP for da ho kasa say senka asantefo to maya asantefo nko aba entumi fa NPP mba power ene na kire say sa party we omo agimi omo mbu asantefo na ma menjwa bibi mu nkire wo hu asem we NPP for her and the parliament hwe problem aye komu o Ghana and the apemfo mo asantememu eda fom apemfo a omo sirem eda fom enkwara nya baby enna school for omo free SHS aban na epe baby mo mada epe aduane pa mo di hwe Ghana budget aban be kan ye and eba health eye yapom den aban aye na use obesi hospitals ahyemu kina hwe nkwasiade bi a NPP for parliament omo dwene ho afenyo marking proposes MP's hospital and a new parliamentary chamber and Ayarga opposes. Afenyo marking MPP for no parliament in ne bra ayeswami for bre enfon ho bra bekwai for ebra omuni hospital omuni ejuma omunchara omukwan nyina asai ayeswami for ejuma nyina egu afenyo marking MPP asante for MPs no bono enfom ho MPP for more parliament 88 pigs no mo say omo priority pa ne say anka jo Mahama aban njai de oye nyina na ombesi hospital ma omo MPs no parliament afenyo marking MPP for omo say omo priority no the ego so Ghana nyina inform ho yesika sema ye manage na na so nipa omo ni adwuma aban we epese okreti adwuma ma omo se ne be ye hyehyɛ ye kwan ye hyehyɛ ye schools ye pese ye see more factories 24-hour economy Women's National Bank apprenticeship program farmer service center sa nyoma we nyina aban toto no the 88 pigs no more parliament no mo say dabi omo de ye fa Ghana sika ni besi hospital mo mo e wo hefa e wo parliament and NDC for said never cause we are hospital guo in Jaima we from MPP omo betena so 8 years afenyo marking oseche mensa bosu Kennedy Japan bawomia ene nkwasiafo maka they could not even open sewia ema nurse ni MPP ni asantini ba ankomanko yedwuma 8 years afari for 8 years nkwasiafo we betena aban mu edi ajantrafo mo Kumasi ne nkran nyina akọ eyie bia omo ntime mbie afari hospital ema asantini ba entuma akọ nursing school entuma akọ nyadwuma wom nkwasiafo we ko position a omo say yensanje asantefo eto omoto a o se ye de kwan ye de bia ndwuma ye de si schools ye de ma Ghana ejina ne naso no afenyo ma kene MPP for ene parliament omo say yentam sika ne famra parliament ye mesi hospital parliament se ne be ya omo wa Accra no monya hospital akọ we mo ye moa e kire we Jimmy for na obedi MPP echi on Ghana ye problems on bra ye bre as a nation afenyo ma kene MPP for say yentam Ghana sika pudo ne embassy hospital or parliament Madam Patricia J we just antifo le guo we just the constituency guo why the timu dwene e na ode ntoma hye na nufu ase na odi kwase ampanyi we chi say yenkosi hospital e wo parliament na ono Madam PJ na wenya menopause no odu nkran a onfa nkɔhwɛ no ho na Madam PJ ni constituency na omo bɛkɔ sewua ene afari no ohu omo so omo yenkwasiafo e na abrewa doko we sisi ne siase na obetena nkran osoro na odi nkuto afore nufu ho tete parliament na stupid boy waiting anim and the Ghana priority no for MPP ne say yamra parliament ne mesi hospital wo ho na yenjai sewia no ema Otumfuo na yenjai konfano chiri ma Otumfuo na yenjai afare ne ma Otumfuo na asantefo de bi nwusem preko na yemesi hospital wo parliament ma omo we ne mu MPP na yenjai ne yenkoto aba ma omo kwasiafo sankwasiafo we na memetena ha enka nkyere Ghana for say yenkoto aba ma MPP na den me akwate boto me akwasa me jimijimi minim nyansa Ghana na me kon ye say yenkyekiri ne ye no na me priority ene sen na ye tikroma na nkwase party we yesoso so hwade bi omusaka oba parliament MPP 88 pigs no Afenyomakin say, Minority Leader Alexander Afenyomakin has reignited the old controversial plan to build a new chamber for Parliament. Almost say NC Hospital. Parliament now recently, you renovate, MPP for no more Parliament, then 88 pigs, almost so NC for. The problem I have with these NPP guys in NSA, when it comes to things they think make sense to them, no matter for example, they are back. Also, Jimmy. And the MPP for the Parliament catch a Ghana for say, the Ecos of Ghana, they don't care. The embassy Parliament from Omo. Na yensa NC Hospital or Parliament to Omo problem no. And that is their priority now. After your marking the MPP no, almost priority ni and they are selfish. They are thinking about themselves as 88 pigs. Now, when the NPP wants things to sound right to them, quick, normal for example. Oh, can't you see? When I went to the British Parliament, I saw security was intact. Go for the same argument, but say but when you went to UK, you saw people, anti-LGBTQ people, right? You saw gay people in Parliament. Okay, it is against our customs and tradition. Kwasia, the budget. Okay, British Parliament security wants them. Osaka can say, "Yanko British Parliament." Now you gay for her. Also, it is against our morals. So they are selective about what they want to say to suit them. Kwasia for way, omo priority nyina say. And yentam Ghana sika na yemfansi hospital or Parliament. And your constituency or Parliament. Now secondly, yensam beefy up security or Parliament. Adentira omo kwa hiyomo. Omo constituency no omo eye dean eye winiba no. Omo yenkwasia former afenyo marking. And kohwe yare atiesi winiba. Kwasia we aye ni tiri kokonende abetena nkran se oye NPP 88 pigs leader. He does not care about the constituents because the constituents no more Winneba say no. Do Jimmy. They don't understand why they vote. Inti enkwasia for way asuma make nyina mana kwesi say problems are Ghana ekomu na John Mahama ne NDC for try to solve no MPP priorities here too. Anytime catch us enkwasia for way we so almost had into person ba power beam. Almost had could into person ba power and say yema more security or Parliament. Na yensa embassy hospital Parliament send ye be ya omokobo jantre ometuma hwe mo Parliament. They don't care about their constituency. NPP for minority pigs no the AC Sokoban inform who the AC Bantama inform who the AC Winiba inform who the AC constituency the omo yan se omo wato. And why would any young Ghanaian and adwene adwuma onya kwasea? So I'm sorry say I am a follower of the NPP. Actually with Jimmy. What are you following? You are following selfish people who don't care about the young kid Adriani Obedi was school. People who don't care about pregnant women who have to deliver and are delivering on floors. People who don't care about opening hospitals. Agenda 111 omun kan ho asem baako de omun kan say ye bibi Mahama completing kwasiafo Must agenda 111 want to complete one hospital and the to Parliament say embassy hospital or Parliament momo. Kwasiafo agenda 111 and also omu make sure say ye see no every constituency no omanye but ende no omo be catch say yen santam ye sika ne mfa momo na omu nsi hospital or Parliament mo omu MPP minority no na yen beefy omu security na yen kwasiafo de yen tena fie ntonsuo na ka mbo yenkuye na afenyo ma kene san kwasiafo na omo Parliament say omo de omo ye MPP for no yen protect your lives. Ye Jimmy, how did we get here? This 88 micro pigs, that is their intentions. Adwene da omo trimu no no na ma menkyere wade bi wa team ma menkyere wade wa ha. You see, let's get serious. MPP nya party also Ghana ni nyansa ni bia di akire omo ni nyansa mo per hospital send ye be ya ye Jimmy no ne asade ye taxpayers money akoto equipment gum na enkwasiafo mu di jantrafo ni we na munyinya 8 na muninya enye babaso na nkwasiafo ye ne asata mesika se ye mehwe MPP MP munkobu kuro na munkosi hospital nwan MPP 88 pigs munya 8 years you could not build one regional hospital nwan in Prekoma 8 years you could not build one regional hospital one regional hospital kwasiafo yensanya den Embassy Hospital or Parliament. na nka musi hospital mu kroma kasa nkwasi akasa nka obeka. Huh? For 8 years you could not build one regional hospital. For 8 years you could not build one regional hospital. Adia china eje power from sema yemesi hospital or parliament mawo. Na nkwasi ape na etua mo ka no mo de yeden. Mo as gracia na mo jejeje no ne sa mo pay na mo 30 days bia no. Ne yasinka Ghana ni bia na etua ne ka 15,000 Ghana or say 13,000 Ghana. Anka nyina nka bia ate. Ye jiminti ofu bia ne to aba man so nko parliament. Ye jiminti ye ntua wo ka ne sansi hospital mawo. Ko ukrom ko si hospital. Asiafo more reason to miss that record was to me America blogger be on phone online. I will never do that. I will take the law to you. If you know you are not legitimate, you are not legal, shut up and do your thing. Never mention my name. Unim say onye legal, onye legitimate. That's why I can say opesa o de be pima try never pima na hwade. Me I will not sit here and do banter plus obi a me wo krum ha. I will take you home. Yes. And this is the last warning. I will take you home. Into a blogger of America. It's fine. On me, I stay in my lane. I try to avoid hungry people who are trying to make a living. I don't want to take bread from slaves. I don't do that. Because God will not forgive me when I take bread from a slave. So I always allow slaves to be themselves. Try and build your own life. Because me, baby, I don't want to come all the way down and then be mingling with slaves. If you know, so what's so boy I didn't know I read there because me I have time and I can fly within New York to wherever you are within 45 minutes. I'll be there and I'll make sure that wherever you are, wherever hole you are in, will bring you. So this is not a joke. So we're steadying in line of worker. I've never bantered any blogger in America because we are ready. I'm ready amount. Europe before now once in a while I'm at 2 punch be a mom we go with you crazy. But so book careless will krum her. Maybe a Oma Jimmy ko team now just say my fro krama we the kofo krama we ya krama we ye the cement atare to ofo emfo. And I'm sending that message to all of you. Me, I will not sit here on my platform and fight with an American blogger. Somebody who lives in America and calls themselves a blogger. No. I'll come after you. I'll use the law to come after you. The law. Kede Japan ba krom ha no. Obe yusu mra no. Senka me tie minimum brana anga Kennedy frustrate me. It will be careless no. Dem dem brana be ye wo no. You will never be happy. And baby I won't dwene say obekọ no. You will go there. Within 24 hours we can pay for your plane ticket me. Bet me to your ticket me do akofie. So this should be the last warning. This should be the last warning. Last warning. This platform is too huge. It is too huge for slaves to try and because so consistently when we say me my platform because I am up there. I don't have time for stray dogs. I don't deal with stray dogs. Stray dogs come with rabies. They come with a lot of filthy yari. I don't deal with stray dogs. I deal with people who know what they are doing. It's me the one in a wow America. Any blogger. Me, I don't lie about my stuff. Because we have suffered to get to this point. Into me the one in it too. When my Kobisa Kennedy Japan, but the one in it too. I will not spare anybody. Unya was no can any create din bi mame. Na so bomb din dia e krom ha ontra ha. Me buade pa o hwe me sa no. I like people. And the majority of the time when I come on platform, I show people love, I support people. And one person, so we steady me. Because I like to see slaves eat. I always like to see slaves eat. So without your respect, and I'm doing it nice today. I am doing it nice. This goes to Ghanaians. I'm more legitimate to America. I'm more blogging. Stay in your corner. Because me my bottom. I've crossed that stage and I'm the bedroom. Me my bottom. Me need soft be obe to me fool. Me need sorry penny be obe frame me to me fool. Me need penny be obe frame and say okay die. That me need side be o. It is some soldier also. Me gina also. And everywhere in America, because I'll pull you out. I'll pull you out. So because I will pull you out. I will pull you out. ewia kete unya asɛm nka wobɛkɔ fie ade na mo pese mo bɛkɔ hɔ no mo bɔ careless mo bɛkɔ hɔ. Today should be the last day. May the ade wait to. Today should be the last day. Majority of more slaves now walking on the streets of America, blogging no. It can take me less than how much? It's less than $700 to get to where you are. If I even take and there right now as I sit with you, because I'm a top ticket this year, it's not going to be more than $1,500. I can get to where you are. So you people need to understand. Some person take my name out of your production. Simple as that. Me will be numbers. Me ha enka say me numbers in Kobe and obi numbers in Bramiho. This is a free world. You can do whatever you want to do. Do not. It's simple. Okay. The next time I come here, when I mention names, they means I'm taking it to you. I'm done here. Because what we can do in this country, we can do so many things in this country. So many things. It's only legitimate. Omom kuta green card kwedo mu kofi. Omom kuta green card. Omom kuta American passport kwedo mu kofi. It maintain. I said I don't want to deal with slaves. I feel pity for slaves, so I respect slaves. Inti moke come on seminar. Stay where you have to stay.